The following is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Seven queens.
Please, scumbars! We're shutting you down, you filthy-eyed Italians. Right. Filthy-eyed Italian-Americans.
Art, I want to ask you about something I read in a magazine. Are you boys cyberbullying each other?
How could we be? We're all in the same place and we don't have computers.
Marge, I parented!
Didn't like that one, huh? Well, miso sale. Oh.
What's he gonna do next?
You kids can't keep your heads to yourself. I'm gonna turn this car around and there'll be no Cape Canaveral for anybody. That's it. Back to Winnipeg.
And Harry Potter and all his wizard friends went straight to hell for practicing witchcraft.
Well, I have nothing to offer you but my love.
I specifically said no geeks.
But my mom says I'm cool.
Next.
Spider Pig, does whatever a Spider Pig does. Can he swing from a web? No, we can't. He's a pig. Look out, he is a Spider Pig.
Now he can teach us a lot about business, Mr. C. Montgomery Burns.
I'll keep it short and sweet. Family, religion, friendship. These are the three demons you must slay if you wish to succeed in business. When opportunity knocks, you don't want to be driving to the maternity hospital.
Maggie?
Sideshow Bob.
Hello, Springfield. Sorry to divert your attention from all the big noises and shiny things.
Hello, Moe's Tavern, birthplace of the Rob Roy.
Is Seymour there? Last name, Butts.
Just a sec. Hey, is there a Butts here? See more Butts? Hey, everybody, I want to see more Butts. Hello. Oh, wait a minute. Listen, you little scum-sucking pus bucket. When I get my hands on you, I'm gonna pull out your eyeballs with a corkscrew.
What's going on, everyone? Happy Friday. What is it, the 21st today? Damn, this month's gone already. What's going on? Hope you all had an amazing week. Episode 120 already of the Collectors Club. You know how it's done here. We all gather here on Friday, talk about collectibles, news in the community, share community photos, and all that fun stuff. That's what it's all about. But let's introduce the panel before we get kick-started. Vision, what's going on, brother?
How's everybody doing?
Doing well, man. How about you? You had a good week?
Yeah, I had a great week and stuff like that, and getting ready for this weekend. And all I want to say is, like, how come I couldn't have Marge? I mean, I can't be holding her on the next thumbnail. I want the girl in my hands with cakes, double cheeked up on the Friday.
No, that's only for Homer. Simpsons theme this week, thanks to Vision and Angel had suggested that, so I said let's run with it.
It's a good thing. I like it.
Awesome. Glad you can make it, man. Happy Friday to you.
Too.
To your Rock, what's going on, man? Happy Friday.
Not much, man. Another week in the bag. Just ready for the weekend.
Kicking the rocking the Collectors Club tie-dye. I love it, man. I love the look of it.
There you go.
I think I might have to grab one of those.
Yeah, the tie-dye is really nice, man.
Yeah,
it's really nice.
Any plans for the weekend?
Pool party, maybe.
Oh, another one. Sure.
I feel like pool party sounds like a winner. I might invite Big over since he's pretty close. So. There you go.
Don't forget the snorkel. Glad you can make it.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
Ice, what's going on? Happy Friday, brother. Sorry, man, you were muted. I unmuted you. What's going on? Sorry.
Yeah, I was just asking, man, how everybody doing, man? I'm doing good.
Good stuff. Doing well, man. We missed you. We missed you last week.
Yeah.
Where was it
man,
last week? Yeah.
Yeah. Went out of town for Father's Day, man.
How was it, man? Happy Father's Day. Hope you had a good one.
It was great, man. It was great. Had a great time visiting my folks. And then today is my 10th year anniversary, man. My 10th year wedding anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
And you're with us? It's an honor and a pleasure.
well, and the wife, man, we already did our stuff, man, and just came back from eating and stuff like that. So she downstairs chilling, and I just came upstairs, man.
Okay, so we'll try and wrap up as quick as possible. Glad you can make it a happy anniversary to the both of you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Ken, we miss you as well, man. What's going on? Hope you had a happy Father's Day.
Yeah.
How was your week?
It was a good week. A lot of work gets done. And Fridays is always a good day because I get wrap up my day early, go out with my wife, we spend some time together, and make it for the show. Get a good workout and make it for the show.
Hey, do you guys feel like Kim is like flexing on us? It look like he just flexing with them shoulders.
He just like, hold up.
That's natural, buddy.
Flexing. He want to see me flex, vision.
That's on a Tuesday.
Glad you can make it, Ken. Always
Thanks,
good to see you. Good way to start the weekend. Vega, what's going on, man? How was your week?
Week was pretty standard. Nothing great, nothing not great. Started talking about potential trip to Orlando in a few months for Halloween Horror Nights, so I'm cutting into the statue budget a little bit, probably. So
unacceptable.
May have to retire early, you know. I don't know. But yeah,
we got a spot open next week, ladies and gentlemen. We got a spot
open. Also, I just want to point out how of a perfect fit it was that Buck was Millhouse, because as I was watching Millhouse give his little spiel, I was like, that's Buck's childhood, right? Like, it had to be.
Jesus. No. I was running out of ideas and patience at that point.
But so you just So at that point, you just rely on reality.
I don't know. We'll see what Buck has to say about Krusty. Glad you can make it.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Phoenix, the Mr. Burns with the money in the wallet. When I saw it, I said, "That's Phoenix, 100%."
Excellent.
Extra. What's going on?
Not much, man. I guess I'm an Oiler fan now. Get the Cubs back to Canada.
What is it? I haven't been following. What's it at? What game?
Game 7 on Tuesday, I think.
Oh boy!
Bring the cup back to Canada, man. So
that's it.
Yeah,
that'll be a wild game. I've been watching the Euro Cup. I don't know if anyone's into soccer, but that's what I've been watching. A bit of that. Well, other than that, you had a good Father's Day, a good week.
Yeah, good week. Yeah, did some frugal AC. Put the AC in the window and put cardboards up and all that stuff.
I always knew we had an extra use for those Prime 1 boxes.
Yeah, exactly.
Heck yeah. Well, glad you could make it. Always good to see you, man. Jerry, what's going on?
Not much. That was good. That was a good intro.
Yeah, you like that one?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
It's okay. Oh, very good.
Yeah, this week sucked. Damn heat wave.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's been really hot.
Doing my best Homer impression. Got my beer. No donuts though.
I took extra care for the Homer thumbnail part of it, because you got to put the hair. You gotta, make sure he's the captain. So you're the captain tonight.
Appreciate it.
How hot was it, Jerry?
Say it again.
What's up?
How hot was it?
Oh,
it was like mid 90s, probably like high 90s with the humidity.
Oh, okay. We got like 80s here. My wife's dying. She's like, "Put the AC up."
Yeah, it was my AC's been up for like 3 months.
Oh, okay.
I go with the kids for a walk every day. This week we didn't leave the house once.
The AC better grab some ice and put in your neck. Keep it pushing.
Yep. I can't wait to
Yeah,
get the bill.
push.
That's where the statue money's going. And I thought of you, Vega, because I've been not Vega, Jerry, because I've been pushing that Berserk.
That's good. That's good. Almost done.
13. I think there's like 25. I'm at 13, 14 episode 13.
Yeah, in there.
It's getting a lot more, action packed there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm at the point where he lost his sword.
Okay.
He lost his sword, and they just became part of the. Griffith got the highest rank.
Yeah, man. I'm just happy when you talk about you're watching Berserk and you don't follow it up with I fell asleep.
I did. Okay, sure, that's fine. I started looking at the Prime 1 statues, man. Those things are beauties. Tough to find.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Buck, good to see you, man. Happy Friday. How was your week?
It was pretty chill.
What's your throwback at Krusty there?
Nah, nothing. I'm a peaceful man. Namaste.
You don't want to stay? Okay. We got a spot open. No. Glad you can make it, Buck. Sit back, relax. Let's have some fun.
Love, not war.
War's only on Tuesdays, right? Okay, I got it. I understand. Let's see. Kick some music on here and let's see who is in the chat to kick it off tonight. We got Toy Mafia as usual. What's going on, Mafia? Good to see you. Happy Friday. Who else we got? We got Mr. Popo stopping by. What's going on, Popo? Decoria. What's going on? Hope you had a good week. Who else we have? We got Just Some Bum. Happy Friday, man. Jojo. Always good to see Jojo. We got Ledge playing Elden Ring. He's been hooked on that thing. Who else we have? We got Angel. What's going on, Angel? Huge congrats. Angel got his Jungle Hunter today. So huge congrats to you, man. Hope everything goes well. Mitchell. Happy Friday. We got D3 in the house. Damiano. Good to see you, man. We also got Ross all the way across the pond. What's going on, Ross? Hope you and the family are doing well. We got Knight. Always good to see Knight. We got Louis. What's going on, buddy? Just some bump saying dope intro, but I think I hear YouTube knocking to throw a copyright strike on this. All my club videos are copy. Not strike, but I always get a copyright thing on it. No way to escape that. What else? Who else is here? We got Whisper. Whisper. What's going on, Whisper? Hope you're doing well. Atticus. What's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well. And we got Joseph stopping by. That's it. Happy Friday to you guys. Get comfortable. Let's kick back, relax, and talk some statues. June 21st today. So I thought nothing more fitting to speak about than where we are right now in the year. Halfway through the year already. You know that we do our annual Tech Awards, Statue Awards, and we're already halfway through the year. So I said, why not do a little 2024 recap so far of where we are, what pieces we've seen, where we think things are lying right now, who's kind of in the lead, and who you think is going to be sweeping some awards. Because now's the time to start talking about it. I really want to be organized this year. I want to do a better job than we did last year. Last year was great, but I want to really be organized and kind of take it above and beyond this year. So Vega put a list together. My God, this guy, he needs an award. We should make an award the Vega Award, because the Excel list that he put together of all the pre-orders and all the statues that have released and everything, that is perfection. The amount of work that he put into that is wild. So let's talk about it a little bit, guys. Seems to be the year of the pre-order, the year of the slip. But there have, of course, been pieces that have released. Anything catch your eye? that you think is a front runner? What's going on, OG? Good to see you. Oh, not everybody at once. God damn, we could break it up into companies, right? Make it a little bit more simple. Maybe start with Prime. Let's say they're the first on the list. So they haven't released as much as you would think.
Yeah, I think those Berserk Legacy art. I think the Guts has come out. I don't know if Griffith has yet, but I think that is a really nice piece.
The 1/6.
Yeah.
Okay. They also put out in one. Sorry, go ahead.
Are we supposed to have a list up where we can see it, or just a?
Hashtag free shipping on Prime. Hashtag free shipping. All my free shipping boys out there, give the hashtag so Prime want to see you.
So Prime 1, they put out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do throughout a week like an actual graphic to put things visually, so you can see everything visually. I kind of did this. I wanted today to be like the start of the conversation so that we can kind of discuss, get the ball rolling. Prime 1 so far, they've released Vampirella, the art germ. Anybody here a fan of that piece?
Looks nice.
It's not a bad piece. It was a fan favorite at the showcase when it was originally shown. I know that.
Yeah, it was.
Joker Say Cheese.
Vampirella looks really awesome, but it's 1/3.
Okay. Fair enough. Joker Say Cheese. D-Rock, you got that coming. Have you gotten any notices or anything?
I haven't yet. I assume it's because of who I ordered it through. It's just going to be late.
Okay.
It's always late. Yeah.
But that one's on the list.
Mm-hmm. That's a really nice piece.
Yeah. The Batman Dark Knight's Death Metal Museum Masterline piece. Which one was that, Vega? Do you remember? I gotta look this one up.
I'm just curious, but most of these statues, you don't see them a lot of collectors showing them off.
Sorry. That was that's the one where he has the big scythe. And he's holding a Robin, the little Robin demon thing with a chain.
I think that's Ledge is picking that one up.
On the bike?
No, not on the bike.
XM is the bike one.
XM is on the bike. Prime 1, he's just kind of standing there and he's holding the scythe in one hand and then he's holding a chain in the other one.
Okay.
Megatron. The Transmetal.
The Transmetals. That one looks really good.
Yeah, that's a great paint job.
Let's see if I can pull that one up.
Very shiny.
Let's see what else is here. You're a fan of that one? Fuck.
The Megatron?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good. It's a good looking one.
Your mic just went all fuzzy.
Yeah, you went robot.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now you're perfect.
Sounds good.
Yeah. The Megatron is a nice one.
AO saying Beast Wars line is underrated.
Yeah.
Prime 1. Next on the docket, we got the one that Art just reviewed, the Batman of Earth 1. Which was nice. I like that one. I think Prime did a really good job on that. That one's the one that goes with Devastator.
Do we have pictures to show people or no?
No, I'm gonna get the pictures together throughout the week and get them on the Facebook page. I'm gonna collate all the info and get them together because it's a lot. This idea came to me like this morning or yesterday evening. So to get everything prepped, it wouldn't to do it properly. I want to do it properly. I don't want to do it half-ass. So I thought we would just discuss it.
Okay.
And then Joker Batsuit. Remember the one that only limited to 100?
Yeah. Some people had the broken bases come in.
Yeah.
Even more limited.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of that. Just that design and all that.
I think it was the limited nature that got people hooked on it.
Sure.
Especially with the breakages that people were receiving with the bases.
Yeah.
And then the 2B, the
That's a
Square
nice
Enix
piece.
Master Line. Is that the one that goes for that very expensive price point?
There's the two versions. There's the quarter scale that came out a while back, and then the 1/3.
This is the third.
This is
The third just recently was releasing to collectors' hands. That one's really nice. I don't know how to describe her.
It's a French maid with a lot of weapons and a
Okay.
floating robot.
That is a fantastic description.
Hope I can pull it up. Let's see what else we got. Didn't Penguin? Anybody remembers? Didn't Penguin come out this year? I want to say Penguin was this year.
Yeah, I think it did.
It was a part of last year's awards, wasn't it, for best switch outs?
Oh yeah,
Was it?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
yeah, it was.
Yeah, it started. It released before this year.
Last year? Okay. Is this the one? Tell me if this is the one, guys. The Nier Automata?
What?
Automata? Da. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Nier Automata.
Yep.
I'll try to pull them up as we discuss them because I know you guys don't necessarily remember.
Yeah,
We're
I
here every
know.
week.
Is
It's
this the one that?
disappointing. It's disappointing.
I think this one was a really, really nice piece that they did.
Yeah.
You're a fan of this one?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are fans of this one.
Yeah, this one looks really good.
For the same
Yeah.
reasons the succubus is popular.
Wow.
Yeah.
This piece was a little pricey, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was
A
pretty
little bit
pricey.
more than normal in like the mid 2000s.
Yeah.
Your
Buck, you're having mic issues, buddy.
your mic comes in.
It's
and
like
out.
there's some interference or something. It's
Yeah, like a cell phone. sounds
like you're drowning a little bit.
More like the wires.
Fuck.
How do I sound now?
Now
You sound
you
like
sound
an
good, but
angel.
Like you're on
sound
a
like
radio.
there's like a fan or something in it.
Man, or something.
Can you still hear it?
No,
No, you're good now.
Sweet.
So here so this was the third scale 2B. This
Yeah.
was the one we were discussing. You don't hear too many people discussing this one. The Joker Say Cheese.
No, but the reviews I've seen of it from the people who have gotten it in hand have been really, really good.
They've been good.
I think the only issue anybody had any issue with was one of the way the smoke keyed in. Like there's like a seam
Okay.
for some of the green smoke, but otherwise, like as far as the face sculpts and the switch outs and just the overall paint and everything,
$14.99.
yeah. I mean, like everybody that's gotten it really liked it. And it's a big piece too. It's a pretty tall piece altogether.
Yeah, it looks good. This smoke is I'm assuming it's gonna be like the Batman versus Superman.
Yeah,
Vision has.
similar.
Yeah.
I know that like if you want a definitive like Hush Joker portrait to go with your Hush Batman, this is like Batcave. This is the one that's gonna have it. So
I think it's this
that's
one.
why I bought it, so it would pair. No, that it's the other one. It's the one with the really long nose. That's it. Yeah, that's the Jim Wick.
That's it. There you go.
Yep. The other one I think is the same artist that does Detective 1000.
Fabok.
Yeah, it's Fabok.
Yeah.
Which I think he's probably his Joker is really, really good. I will say that.
And then you have Jimenez on the throne.
The funny part about this one is that I want to put the Jim Lee portrait on it because it matches my other, but I actually like the Fabok portrait better. like I'll probably switch it back and forth. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's our Joker contender. Let's see. What was next on the docket? What's going on, A+, Aiden? What's going on? Atticus was saying if that Nier was 1600, he would have picked it up.
Now, why would Prime 1 and Square Enix give you a reasonable price?
What else do we have? The Batman Zero Earth. See if I could grab that
Cool.
one. That's the one that, like we were just saying, Art just unboxed. The pairing with the Devastator.
Oh, Earth 1.
Earth 1. Is there anything that you've seen otherwise that you're excited to have released? Or that's released that you would nominate?
I think the just for Prime 1 in general?
Yes.
Or okay. Because so far we've just been doing the 1/3.
Yeah. Is there anything that excites you from the Prime 1? Yeah.
I really like the Chainsaw Man.
Okay.
I think the pictures that I did see of production are fantastic. For me, it just comes down to matching the paint and color on their on that blood.
I think we're gonna have to call in reinforcements tonight. This was the Batman, the Dark Knight's Metal.
Do you think this gets purchased by people who don't have Devastator?
No.
No.
Maybe, but not
Like,
many.
Okay, that's what I was wondering, if it was popular enough to.
It looks really good though.
I'm so confused by his arm. Maybe he got it lopped off.
His stump. Or it's still forming.
Transforming into
Yeah.
Devastating.
Yeah, I think they should have had like a fist or something though, because it kind of looks weird.
I'm not a fan of these fabric cape though. Personally.
A bit of a struggle to get it in.
Never heard that before.
That's what she said. Damn it.
Okay, well, let's keep going. So Prime 1, what do you so far? Vampirella, Joker Say Cheese, The Dark Knight's Batman, Megatron, Batman Earth 1, Joker Batsuit, and the 2B. What's your highest ranking piece there right now?
I'm gonna go 2B.
Anyone else?
I'm gonna say Vampirella, probably the
Vampirella for me as well, probably.
Yeah, Vampire for me. Yeah, bro. If I could get for cheap.
All right, well, screw me then. Damn, I should have just said Vampirella.
It's like 18, isn't it?
We'll pull it up now, so we can have a look at it. I know a guy in Canada is selling her for 4K.
Ooh.
Wow. On bath salts or something.
Yeah.
4K.
She retail for 15.
Oh.
US $15.99. ES is 500.
Yeah, they'll be available in the aftermarket. I wouldn't rush it.
She is nice though.
Yeah, that's nice. I almost bought it, and I have no like connection to Vampirella.
Are you okay with the portrait?
Mm-hmm.
It's more that.
Mm-hmm. It looks really beautiful, but it's like it's that generic. Well, I don't want like it's the signature art germ look. I think that's a better way to put it.
And she's like half Japanese, half Caucasian looking. Right?
It's that anime-ish realistic face, but which I would normally not have a problem with. I think this is probably one of the best executed ones, but it just looks so similar to anything that you see that is in his style from Prime 1. It's like they just transplanted this face onto it and put a different wig on it. The body is awesome, the base is awesome, the concept is awesome. I would have liked if they did multiple portraits. If this was more in like the Wonder Woman Fabok style, it would be really difficult to refuse not to buy this. For me.
Fair. JoJo's going to be. What's going on, Jarhead? Good to see you, man. Alex makes a good point. What about City Hunter? Collectors are starting to get it. Yeah, City Hunters. City Hunters should be added to the list for sure.
Oh, City Hunter was this year? Oh,
City
I'm
Hunter's
changing
this
my
year, yeah.
vote. I'm changing my vote. City Hunter.
Oh, you
Sure.
traitor.
Sorry, Vampirello. You can.
Wow.
Not gonna happen. City Hunter.
City Hunter, take that down.
You went for
Look
crab
at
face.
this. Look at this.
I'll
snake
never
in the
buy it
corner.
unless it comes down way down in price. But I'm telling you, it's a badass statue.
Snake through the skull here with the mouth open. It's a small detail, but it's stunning.
I like her hair. I mean, that's a lot of hair, man. Looks good.
Really well executed.
We call that a double wrap. You know, she can't run.
Well, here, I don't know if anybody has this piece. I don't know if anybody has this piece, but do they actually paint highlights since her hair is black to give it a sheen, or does that just all lighting? You have to depend on the lighting to, you know. I always wonder that with some of these statues because you know, some companies like to paint on highlights and stuff.
Yeah, what I've typically seen with black hair is I see a lot of like the use of blue.
Yeah. Yeah.
In it.
Yeah. And see, I couldn't tell on this. It doesn't look like it has a blue hue in the hair.
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure if they did highlights or it's just lighting reflecting. So
I have the Wonder Woman versus Hydra, and that Wonder Woman hair is pretty impressive. This is black as this, very similar. There's no blue hue to it. I mean, it just looks like this picture.
Interesting.
What's going on, Dennis? Good to see you.
Maybe they just depend on the sheen of the hair to give the reflection.
That's kind of what the Wonder Woman is.
Yeah, that's probably what it is then.
Yeah.
What's going on, X-Men?
I just realized the bats were,
Prime
like,
one adds a
translucent.
bit of highlights. Yeah, they become translucent.
I like that. That's cool too.
Yazuri. Here.
Good statue.
This is the City Hunter that Alex was discussing.
Yes, sir.
I just don't like the price, man. I like everything about the
Changing my
statue.
vote too, City Hunter.
Wow.
This is a badass statue.
Sorry, Vamps. I don't think this. Oh well.
Wow.
Going with the price, I would. I personally like the Jungle Hunter. I
If
think
this
what
was
makes
the same price as Jungle Hunter.
no, I'd still go Jungle Hunter.
What's
Really?
the price disparity between the two?
I think what makes this piece is the trophies.
Yeah, trophies are awesome.
These trophies really make the piece.
I mean, I just like Predator better.
Yeah.
From the second
That
movie.
piece is at $5,500, $5,600.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
5,600.
Holy God, Vampirella.
And that's with everything. All the trophies.
Yeah, I know, right?
All the
Jesus.
all the
Man.
What's the
swappable
what
parts.
was the lowest price you could get this one for without the extra?
That would have been the regular
skull.
version.
Is it still like
27.
3,000? Oh, it's less than
28.
3. Okay,
That's a huge difference.
that's a big. Why?
That's crazy.
Why is the other stuff so much more expensive?
The base is just too
Because
simplistic.
they
for me.
can get away with it.
It's double.
Bro, it's
double.
waitlisted, so look,
Double the
waitlist full.
price of the original.
Not just waitlisted. Waitlist is full. So
I've never
I'll
seen
say
that
this,
before
though.
on the website.
I'll say this though: whoever designed the creatures, which I'm assuming was like directly from the movie, like can we see some of these creatures in a movie, please? These are pretty cool designs.
Yeah.
Like the skulls, I want to see the actual creatures.
yeah, the trophies.
Yeah, I think
you
that's
want
one,
to see the trophies.
Yeah, no, I want to.
Yeah,
see
he wants to see them alive.
No, yeah, I
I
want
wanna
to see
see
the
them
predator
alive.
actually take down one of these other species, like other than just just humans all the
Gotcha.
time. It was something else.
Man.
And for 5,700, it doesn't even include that extra bust that they do. This one
Me
here.
personally,
That's why.
Since
would say
you haven't seen them alive in the movies, you just got to give the votes to Vampirella.
Is that the change of the vote? Buck?
For pound to pound for this statue, I don't think it's worth the money. I'd rather skip this
Yeah.
one and get the Berserker, because if you look at the Berserker, you get a lot of trophies on that base, and you get way more for the same amount of money as the regular one or the DX one on here. So
But
I would,
if you go with the Vampirella, I give you free shipping on a statue.
Wow.
you say you get a free shipping.
Free shipping on Vampirella?
Sold.
All right, I'm going.
What's going
I'm
on,
back to
Jesse?
Vampirella.
Hey, back
I
kid.
think
Always
the-
good to see. Always
Back
good to see
kid.
back kid. What's going on, brother?
I just don't see this price for anything really. Honestly, so.
Yeah.
Nah, but I think it's worth it. Berserk is worth it to me. I'm gonna buy that one, and I'm gonna buy Scar. So even at the retail price, and I'm gonna pick it up though. So shipping.
Well, good luck on that, but I'm going back to Vampirella now. 'cause
Even the
price-
paint, even the paint app. I like the Jungle Hunter better.
Oh, well, let's put it like this: money for money, $1,500 for her, and as good as her sculpt is, and as good as the paint.
She's been around though. She's used and abused.
It don't matter.
He's a win's a win, huh?
You damn right. You wouldn't turn her down.
Hey, so quick question though. So with the trophies, do they have like a little wall that you put them on, or just
No.
Like your wall.
Stick around.
You just get the stands. Like,
See, that would make a little more
glad they
sense if they
stick
did
in.
like they did the Forever Batman, where they actually had a
Yeah.
wall and they were displayed on the wall. Because that was how it was in the movie.
Up in the slides.
Exactly.
yeah, but then I think that would compromise the size of the statue of the trophies.
And if you see Berserk, they have a tree as a wall that has some of the trophies on top of the tree, or it's with like a branch or something like that. So I think that's pretty cool. But if you want to buy that, I would have spent $3,000 for the extra. I would go to Hobby Lobby and go buy me a cacao head. I go get like a,
Dude, for that, if you're gonna spend that much more, another $3,000, you might as well just buy the Jungle Hunter and the City Hunter. But
Yeah, I
don't
would too.
just get the base City Hunter.
Yeah.
I wouldn't pay for those trophies. Not that much. That's crazy.
Yeah, they really, that's their bread and butter. I think Prime One.
Yeah, that's
their.
I mean, I would just get the Jungle Hunter, and if they offered that bust separate for 3 or 4, I'd just get it. Just there it is. I get both. Get representation of both. Anyway,
So
Vampirella wins for me.
So Prime One, Vampirella looks like it's taking the lead so far. Okay.
No, I think City Hunter over that or Vampirella.
Okay.
The Predator
I mean,
looks good.
I would do City Hunter also.
It's crazy good detail wise, in my opinion.
This was 1/3, but it's over in the diorama section. This is also when Batman versus Joker.
Oh yeah, that's good. I take that one too.
The big one.
Yeah, I know that got a lot of.
I'd take that Batman vs. Joker over the City Hunter Predator, but I wouldn't take that Batman vs. Joker over Berserk or Scar.
Plus, the Predator is also overskilled more than what Prime One normally does with their other 1/3.
Yeah, that's true.
So worth it.
It's a large statue.
LBS.
Well, they make the Predators like what, 8 foot or something like that by their scaling.
Yeah, so it's not really overskilled then. It's 8 foot though. But this is
They're 8 foot. That's like.
No, I know. Even
Ross
if
is
they're 8
asking.
foot,
Let me
like,
answer this quick. Ross is asking any news on Pudgy. Pudgy's doing great, buddy. I spoke to him the other day. We keep in touch. He just stepped away from the hobby for a little bit. He should be back though, so stay tuned. He'll be back on the show. Yeah, he's just taking care of some life stuff, but he's great. He's doing very well. Sorry, Buck.
That's these
were you
statues
saying?
companies will do that to you when you have 6 pre-orders come in at once. They all want to ship at once.
What were you saying, Buck?
What were we talking about? What statue? The Predator?
I think so.
Yeah, you were
talking
talking about oversized.
Yeah, in terms of the scaling, I think even if you put it next to one of the other Prime 1/3, it'll still look overscaled. That's what I was trying to.
Okay.
That's the point I'm
Gotcha.
trying to. Even if you accounted for the fact that it's 8 foot tall.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we'll talk a
It
little
should
bit
be.
about that.
It should be like 32 inches without the base, if it's scaled correctly. But I don't know what size they are because I haven't seen one.
I think they're about 36 inches tall, 36 to 7.
Yeah.
The Predators?
Yeah, the Predators. Not Berserker though. I think Berserker is taller.
I have it right here.
Well, see, the weird thing is like in the movie, in the first movie, the actor
think it's
playing the Predator is
41.
like 7 foot, but when you
think
look up anything on Predators, it says they're like 8 foot. So I don't know.
You scroll up just a little bit. I think it's at right there. It's 41 inches tall.
41. There you go.
Yeah, that's what the base though.
But the base isn't that thick, right? Let's see. What's the height of the base?
maybe.
Man, that's like the height of Superman Hush. That's insane.
Okay, so my Jungle Hunter, just a Jungle Hunter himself, is 33 inches tall, and that's what the bigger not original mask on. So I'm pretty sure with the other faces is like 32 and a half or 32.
What is he with the base? Do you know?
Well, are they measuring to the tip of the spear on this one? Probably.
Oh, could be.
Oh yeah.
Yes, they are. That's what they measure.
Probably closer to 36.
Oh, false.
The base is
false
3 inches.
measurements here.
The base is 3 inches.
You always
3 inches?
measure to the tip.
Hey,
to the tip from where?
The base.
The bone.
Back Kid saying, hey, what's going on, Roll? Good to see you. Happy Friday, brother. Back Kid saying they're about 15% too large by stated scale.
Yeah, they're big pieces.
But I guess they find what they're going to do now is they're going to, as opposed to do any rescaling with the Predators, they'll just upscale the Alien line.
Aliens.
That's exactly what they're doing.
Me personally, though, for this much money, I like the size of it. They can fit in my display.
I agree. I'm fine with the size. Yeah.
I just right. They say the Predator's so big, but the Predator is my smallest statue besides the turtles. You know what I mean, like, so yeah, think that's massive, and that's all like big base. The base don't take that much room for me. It's only 27 inches.
So awesome. That was Prime 1/3. Other companies' product that came out, LBS had one, Premier Hulk. That'll be interesting to see how that's handled this year.
Did they start? Was the Iron Man last year, or did they start delivering this year? Any of them?
Iron Man hasn't hit.
Iron Man hasn't come out at all.
It hasn't. Nobody's gotten it.
No, I don't think it's due. It was on the. Was it on the list?
Not the XL list, was
they
it?
excluded
I don't
it.
think so.
They excluded specifically LBS Iron Man from the list. I thought because people were asking in the messages about it.
No, there was no LBS Iron Man. That's gonna be.
Okay, so that's not out.
So it's not even on there yet.
I thought they had started to let some out and then they stopped. That's what I was thinking. But okay,
I don't remember seeing any.
Gotcha.
I don't know if we're gonna include the premiere in this year's awards though, because I thought we included it last year. I gotta double check. But regardless, that was LBS's. I think that's gonna be only LBS's contribution to this year releasing, possibly the Iron Man. I know the Iron Man's the next slated piece.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that sneaks into the people's collections this year.
I mean, the Batman and the Superman should be released.
Should it
at least
be
one of
this
those
year?
should come out this year, right? At least one
Hopefully.
of those. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Probably the Superman went first, I think. if I
Maybe the
remember
Superman
right.
is what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But I mean, I haven't even got a notification from Tweeterhead on the Superman bust, and I thought maybe it would be out by now.
Yeah, well, that's Tweeterheads
I know.
all over the place too with their calendar year. What else do we have here? Okay, J&D. Actually, let's go Queen Studios because they only have one as well so far. The T-Rex bust.
The big one?
The big one.
The,
That's
like
1/3.
1/3? It's like a 1/3 scale? That thing's
That's
awesome.
1/3. That thing's nice.
Well, it's the best one their company released this year. I know that.
That's the only one.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You got the joke. It took a second.
Yeah, it's the only one. Right? Like I was like, yeah.
That's a badass piece, though.
That's a big piece.
What was it, like 10 grand or more?
I
can't remember.
I don't think it touched that amount.
9?
Free shipping.
Oh,
Let's see
Oh,
if I
yeah,
can
free
grab it here quick.
I might have been thinking about if you added shipping or something.
After seeing the ECC one, damn. I don't know.
Dude, that ECC one would be like that's a grail right there. Like that's a piece you put, like you have to have a big enough room for that to put it in the middle of the room. And
I don't know,
display
I
it
would-
like a museum.
Yeah.
Like
I
you would
wouldn't
need
even-
a base built for it and display it like it's in a museum, like to make it really pop.
I don't like the fact. Here it is. I don't like the fact that it's the world Dominion.
Oh, it's the newest movie. Yeah.
That movie was so bad.
But like,
Man, don't,
did they
don't tell
really
me that.
change, did they even change the design though throughout the movies for T-Rex? I feel like they're always the exact same.
It doesn't matter though. Well, yeah, but I think there's a plaque at the front of it. Yeah.
Yeah. I hate that shit. Sorry.
I think on this it looks fine. On some logos are just cool.
Yeah, but me, the kind of Jurassic Park, I'm fine with the logo there if it was Jurassic Park, like the first one.
Yeah.
The World Dominion, I don't like. Every time I look at the statue, I'm gonna think of that damn movie. No, with what was it? The locust? That was the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
Plot? Yeah,
that was so dumb.
Man, you're just hating, John.
Now, with this money, let's see how much this retail for. Because you know what I'll tell you, I would do with this money. It won't.
Welcome
say.
to modern day screenplays, John.
Bachelor party.
I think you're able to buy those mosquitoes. I'm gonna send you one, John.
Oh yeah, the ones in Abercrombie. Sure, I'll take one. Send one over.
1-to-1
That'd be awesome. I would go and just buy an ECC line. To be honest, they're doing that Velociraptor. I would rather pump that money into that. To be honest, this is nice for what it is, but
this one's crazy. I think this looks pretty good, honestly.
Had ECC made any other than that Raptor in that scale?
Yeah, I'm not sure about in that scale. I gotta do a little bit more homework, but
what is?
Let's see. So the light up, the logo lights up as well. Resin, saliva, and realistic eyes. Okay.
Resin, saliva.
Yeah, like on the teeth.
On the teeth, right here.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the trophy wall? Like, picture. Because it would be hard. Like, what do you put there, right? What do you put there where it cuts off?
Yeah.
You know?
It would be nice if you could take it off of the rock base and then hang it on the wall.
Yeah, exactly. Like over a fireplace or something.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Dude, one you got. Yeah.
Batkid sent me a photograph. Let's see what it is.
Be careful.
No, Batkid's a good guy. Really good guy. Let me see. I was like, I'm going to try to get pictures together tonight, but then I'm like, the amount of pictures it was going to take. You guys are more visionaries. Let's see. Hold on.
Hashtag.
Well, we don't have to do all the categories today because there's a lot. We can just do like 1/3. Let's see what he sent. 1/3 and 1/4 if you guys want to cover it.
What are we doing? What is this thing we're doing?
Buck, I said it, Buck. Hello.
We're reviewing what has released
This is my
thus
point.
far.
This is my
We're
point.
doing like a mid-year check on what has been released to collectors thus far this year.
I can't remember without pictures, John. Visual guy.
Mid-year awards.
That's crazy.
Yeah, when you started
it was
talking
just
about Batman,
it was just a chat. It was like just to have a little bit of a chat, and then we would get into it. You guys want the extraordinary intros and all the pictures. You guys, you know what?
You need to hire more producers.
John needs a producer.
This is the
I thought
Predator mask.
Vision should have had the pictures ready.
Well,
I didn't know nothing about it, so
I didn't tell. I don't bother anybody. I don't bother anybody. Predator mask. And there's the Detective 1000.
John doesn't bother people.
Size of the entire
Bust.
Damn.
That's wild.
Yep.
Love those batarangs there, by the way.
Yeah, that's it. But he's an alien, though. He should have a big head like that. He shouldn't be the same head as Batman. You're looking weird. He look
No,
he look
but
like
he's
that
just
dude,
saying.
the
He's
big
just
body.
saying size-wise, though, that's wild.
Yeah.
The head of that is like this same size as his torso.
Well, you gotta just think
Right. The head should be bigger than Batman's head, but if you look at how the movies are, like their heads are not
That
this
big.
big.
That's what I'm saying. It's like overscaled, even next to the overscaled 1/3 from Prime 1.
Overscaledception.
I'm gonna buy two more. Well, you gotta look at it like the left is black and then the right is the rest. You know.
It's
On
not an
another-
issue if like you like the
Yeah.
size of the thing. I was just saying like in terms of, I was actually said to kind of justify the price. In that it's not really a 1/3 piece if you think about it. It's way
Or it's like a
bigger.
half one.
Yeah, it's in between like third and half.
Okay. Thank you, Back Kid, for sending that. That's a monster. I gotta have at least one Predator in the collection. Well, I think I want to work on a little bit of a movie section next. That's my my goal.
I thought you said you had the R. Kelly CD already.
Prime One.
Damn.
I don't get that. I don't get that, Joe. What's that supposed to mean?
John, you be saying it all day. You catch a predator. Now you don't
Oh
get it.
yeah. Okay, that's fine.
He's the one to throw it out every other week and say, I don't get it. What?
I'm the one that started that. Actually, yeah, that's fine. Could have said P Diddy, R. Kelly. We'll take them all.
The diddler.
What's the guy? Not the Jeffersons. What's the other? Phil Cosby. Bill Cosby, not Phil Cosby.
Sweater.
Yeah.
Phil's his cousin.
Uncle Phil. Yeah. Let's keep going.
Yeah, that T-Rex bus is like 6,000.
6,000.
Okay, that's not bad.
Not the worst.
It was
Comparatively.
7,999 SGD.
You could buy 2 of those shit probably if you don't want to get the PCS bronze.
So wait,
Mitchell's
you can
saying
get the
everyone-
City Hunter Predator, like full version, like the DX version, City Hunter Predator, like whatever the hell they call that top version, or you can get that big ass 1/3 scale. What is it? 5 feet tall? It's like 5 feet tall, right?
Yeah, it's massive.
It's huge.
Like 5 feet and cash like that. Just throw away.
I would get
It's 100. It's 165 centimeters tall. Do the math.
Hey Siri.
You can get both of those
Hey,
and
Buck.
still not get to the total of a specific piece that we will likely talk about tonight later on in the
Yes,
show.
sir. Everyone wants to come over to the film side now, is what Mitchell says. Honestly, Mitchell, me personally, I feel like I've constructed the collection, the comic side, to where I'm happy with it. I'm missing one piece. I want the Prime One Penguin, and then I will be maybe a Riddler or Two-Face down the line.
There it goes.
But
There
for
it is.
items that have been made. That's it. Okay.
Next
You know
week it's
what?
going to be 10 items long.
Some more. That's some more.
The
Then I'll be
T-Rex-
done, man. Then I'll be done.
The T-Rex is 65 inches tall.
No.
It's
Oh yeah,
almost
that's
right.
right. That's right. 5 foot. That's
Yeah.
what I said. Is like a little over 5 foot.
Yep.
That sounds right.
So that's Queen Studios. Queen Studios and LBS only have one so far. So
5'5".
Prime One, nothing crazy, nothing like wow. For me personally, the Predator's nice. Batman versus Joker, the diorama. If we're gonna look at that, I would include that separately because that'll be its own category. That's kind of exciting. Now J&D. We're looking at the Batman statue. Do you guys need photos of this or?
Buck doesn't. It's all right
That
there.
one's awesome. That one's awesome.
The J&D, the Batman with
Yeah.
the hats. Yeah, that one's like really, really
The
good.
only thing that sucks
really,
about
really
it
good.
is the unmasked portrait. The unmasked portrait is ass.
Nobody wants to see him unmasked anyway.
Let's get this up here.
Batman should have his mask on.
Don't be a hater, D-Rock.
Don't be a hater, buddy. Let me close the screen because we're done with the intro.
D-Rock's just unhappy they didn't give him a
Let me
Batman
change the song too because
costume.
I
yet.
added the song today, but
The Batman's still on the Batman fucking begins. Oh my god,
here it is, $24.99 though. Damn.
that is a good costume though.
Yeah, but this one comes
I mean-
with the bust.
I mean, this one.
But the
Yeah.
bust
This
and
one's
the
good,
other
though.
head.
Yeah, which you could just throw out because it's. I'm not a fan of this whatsoever. This.
Mhm.
Look at that.
I mentioned it because even the Superman comes with that, and it's way more expensive.
I think
The
this
suit's,
one like
the suit's beautifully
this-
done though.
this shines
executed.
in the suit. Yeah, this shines in the suit, man. The
suit
the
is just
detail in the suit is ridiculous.
There's
Look
no
at that
other
owl.
version of this like character that's this level of detail. The in art doesn't come close. The Queen Studios doesn't come close. The Prime
Prime
One
One doesn't come close.
No.
Especially on the production. It's weak.
That's why I'm the Michael Keaton. I want to see do Michael Keaton before I
Yeah,
make
I mean,
a
if
decision.
you were doing like what is the best the Batman statue, it would be this one.
Yeah,
Even with
luckily
the
it's not
bad
a
second
long
portrait.
You need the
Not a
cowl,
long
that's for sure.
list.
Yeah, you got the cowl. Yeah.
Forget about that.
He looks like he's gonna cry.
Yep.
Or he's gonna take a shit. One or the other.
He's holding it in.
He's holding it in. He's trying not to do it. He got to run to the bathroom.
You don't have a search bar here? What the? What was the other one?
J&D.
It's poorly designed website.
Website right, J&D.
Well, they have
Website right.
the Bruce Wayne version of that.
They don't even let you
but
like
the Superman, the third
right
scale
click
soup.
on stuff.
Yeah.
Open new tabs.
So this one, not this.
No.
There's Catwoman.
There it is, John.
Can't wait.
You got a
I'm
little
actually
bit.
I'm scared for shipping, to be honest.
Oh, the price?
Yeah, if it's a lot, I'll cancel. That's all. Superman.
No, John.
Oh, I'm not going to be crazy. I refuse to pay crazy shipping.
I don't think it'll be too bad because the boxes for J&D are actually small. They're like sideshow.
They are so small.
We'll see.
Yeah,
I feel like that price point, $19.99, too good to be true, and they're gonna.
They're
We'll
gonna
see.
get you with the shit.
Yeah.
Over 200, you cancel?
No, 200, 200 to 300, I'm fine with. If I
Okay.
start getting astronomical 400 plus, no,
Will they
that's not
keep your
happening.
NRD?
The NRD was no. I'll call them and tell them, hey, you know this is
They don't even
Paisan.
answer emails, as far as I know. Like
Or email.
back-
I'll email them. Trust me.
That's what I just said. They don't
Buck.
answer them.
This is John. I'll take care of it, Buck. I know a guy. Okay, Buck. I got an email. He'll take care of it.
He's gonna call crying. I'm sorry, I'm in Canada. They charge me for everything.
You gotta make a video calling them out so they reply to you like BSC.
Business practices, right? It works. Go on. Here, the Superman skin. I don't know. The black suit didn't come out. This one came out.
I haven't seen the black suit out there.
I have. Both are out.
Oh,
You have? You've seen the black suit?
Yeah. The thing is,
All
the
right, let me
J&D
get
collectors,
this
they don't
damn
like
list.
to post their stuff on other groups because they're afraid of being judged.
Wow, that's ridiculous.
They
Such
only
a
post
puppy
in the J&D groups.
I mean, it definitely
it's growing
doesn't
on me a
stand
little.
up to the other one. It doesn't stand up to the other one.
I
To
don't
the,
like
uh,
this
Batman.
design.
You don't like the Batman?
I don't even like I don't even like the costume on this one.
No, he doesn't like the Superman.
Yeah, that's what I don't like. I don't like the suit design on
The overdone design on the costume.
yeah, like every single muscle and like it's just it's too much.
Yeah.
Especially in the quads, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
There's Bruce Wayne.
Or they did a better job on the Superman, like on the Henry Cavill likeness.
$25.99.
Whoa.
Scroll back. I'm sorry. Scroll back up to it where you, like when it showed his side profile, like that. That is not how an arm. That is not real arm definition. Like that's not anatomy correct. With the bicep and the, I mean, like that's not correct.
What
It's not
part?
correct anatomy. The bicep to the tricep and the, I mean, like
one-
nobody would look like that. Like,
One head of the tricep. I mean bicep. Two heads of the bicep. Is that a third head of the bicep?
Yeah, but he's
but it doesn't. But it doesn't. But it doesn't separate that way. It's not
It does
how
when
it's
it's
separated.
Superman, though.
Yeah, well, it looks stupid. So.
That's a Kryptonian physiology, man.
Ah, come on.
When you when you
looks like
start
a
bending your arm, your bicep goes up, not straight. It doesn't go down. It goes up. It pushes up. It does not straight. This is like it's like he's got his arm straight, but his arm's bent. So if his arm starts bending, it should push the bicep up. So whatever. Moving on. The indie looks really good though.
He's looking for a silver lining for Jay.
We'll see if he makes it out.
No, I'm
And
just
then the
saying.
other-
While we were looking at it, I kept looking at the indie, and I'm like, "That's a nice piece. I should have probably."
They have this monstrosity next to Indy.
Yeah.
And then this Batman was the final one that came out. So it's the two Batman pieces, and the Superman.
Like, I don't know.
$23.99. I don't know. They're pricey.
It's too much.
Too much.
But out of those, if you had to pick, what would you go? The Batman?
Yeah.
The Batman is the best statue on here, far and away.
Okay.
My personal opinion. Obviously.
Cypher says when you have low body fat, it does show like that.
I'm just looking for the picture so I can show it.
Cypher saying it'll be 300. Yeah, that'll be a
Shipping.
tough. That'll be a tough pill to swallow. 300 US.
It'll be
that'll
one
a tough-
box. I think they do everything in one box usually.
Yeah, it's one small, like every time I've
Like
seen
a
it,
tall, narrow box.
small box.
I see. AO says custom fees is gonna. It's like 13%. 30. It's more than that.
I think the NR Joker box that you got, John, is bigger than most J&D boxes I've seen.
Yeah, and 1/6 kit was able to do shipping included.
Yeah,
which is mind-boggling. So that's it for J&D. So the Batman clearly is what's taking the lead there. Hey, what's going on, SpongeBob? Good to see you, brother. And then we'll go to PCS. We got Shredder, Blade, Diorama, Blade Museum, and Storm. Although Storm had to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, one went out.
Yeah, one went out and went back in real quick. PCS Storm. Let's see if we can pull that up. And this is the museum. Yeah, we'll do the 1/3, and then I'll get pictures and everything together. Then going forward for the next episode, we'll do the rest of them. But here, this is the Storm. What do you guys think about this? Wow, what's this? Be the first to dazzle. Pre-order. Dazzler. Wow.
Spirit Fingers dazzling.
Oh, is this PCS?
This is PCS.
Yes, sir. Still waiting.
You have this on order, right, Ice?
Yeah, I'm waiting on it.
Okay.
I think it should hit next month.
Yeah. It should definitely be this year.
He's John casts a wide net these days.
No, because they caught whatever the issue was, but yeah.
I've never paid attention to what the intricacies in the base are.
It's very
What was
similar
that?
to the blade, but let's see. I'll get
I like the white out eyes version.
Okay, it's I see the X's in the corners. It has a picture of her doing lightning stuff. Oh, it's different versions of her. Her with the mohawk, her in the Jim Lee classic. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
There you go.
I mean, it's fine. I think I prefer the black suit though over the white suit.
Okay. Now, Cypher says, I will never buy direct again. Justice League Wonder Woman cost me $350 US shipped and then 500 customs. Are you in Canada, Cypher?
I would have canceled that shit.
John's dreams are about to get shattered if he's in Canada.
Cancel that right now.
It's
like
as fast as I pre-ordered live, we'll cancel live.
Live cancellation right here, folks.
Live cancellation.
Australia. That explains
okay,
a
well,
lot.
no wonder. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to pay the kangaroo fees.
The shrimp on the bobby. Yeah, go on.
Shrimp on the Barbie fee.
Yeah. Australia.
So that's not a knife fee. Yeah. It is a knife.
But can
Okay.
you imagine playing,
Sorry to hear
paying
that, though, man.
an extra $850 on top of the
Whoa,
statue price?
Who could that?
Those Australians are rich.
Poodoo.
I'm telling you, John, we're close.
Live cancellations.
Okay, so yeah, from these ones, let's just blow through this. From Shredder, Vision, you have Shredder. You're a fan of it. Vision's not on this planet today. The two blades, I personally like the more museum one over the diorama, and Storm.
That's it for PCS?
That's all PCS has put out.
Oh, Shredder.
Or third scale this year.
For third scale, sorry.
Little credit.
Shatter.
No credit. Technically, Storm shouldn't even be there, but
It made it.
It
made it to a collector.
It did.
So out of those four, what are you guys going with?
Blade.
Blade.
Can I blow you up? Blade? Which one?
Damn. Probably the museum.
Yeah, museum.
Museum is where it's at.
So
Shredder.
see that one called number 4? That's the brachialis. It exists.
Yeah, I know the brachialis exists. I know
Nobody,
exactly
nobody
where
said
it is.
those muscles didn't exist. I said
I
they
work
did.
it out all the time.
It says
On
not
the
meant to
statue.
be there, but like it's like look at it. Look at where it is. You have
Yeah.
the bicep, the brachialis, and
Right.
the tricep.
What is the argument you're making?
It was there. You said it's not meant to be there.
No,
You know what you're
I
talking
said
about?
No,
said
it was just in the. It was yeah. Go ahead, D-Rock. You say what you said.
I'm just saying that it doesn't look correct in their statue. His
Why?
arm is bent. You just showed a picture of an arm straight.
I'll show you like
The
an
muscle.
actual
The muscle
human
doesn't
being
look
in
the same when the
shape.
arm bends. Let Ken chime in.
That is
He's
not
got
an
these
arm
muscles
bent.
showing. So
Look at
God
this.
damn, is that
not-
Captain America before he became Captain America? No.
dude, why?
Getting close to getting
why are
shut
you-
down on that left side.
Why are you posting a Nazi photo, dude?
No, look at the arm. It's bent. Look, that's what you're talking about. It's
That
the
arm is
same
not
thing. It's
bent.
there. See the green part over there? That's the brachialis.
Okay, guys, I'm about to get up and take my shirt off and
Alright,
really show you a
back to
brachialis.
statues. There's more diagrams in this book. I could pull them.
What kind of diagrams you looking at there, Buck?
So what I'm saying is the argument you're making is the argument you're making that the statue.
This is why we don't buy
statue
J&D.
is
It just
perfect.
breaks friendships.
I'm just saying
Like,
that
like
the
anatomy wise, are
anatomy
you saying
there
anatomy
was-
wise it's correct?
I'm saying
Well,
it's correct.
I'll
You guys
I'll
said it
chime
wasn't,
in.
But I knew that if I said it wasn't, like you wouldn't have agreed. So I had to bring an actual textbook to show you.
We have a
chime in.
physiologist here, all right?
arm
Everyone, move over.
In order
don't
for you to
agree
see
with the way
that
the
kind of
arm was.
muscularity, you would have to be 0% body fat, and then on top of the suit. I mean, so the anatomy is probably pretty close to being correct. I mean, it didn't look way off to me, but being able to see it in just through someone's skin, let alone a suit's not going to happen. So I think it's too much, way too much to look
Yeah,
at.
0%. That means you're dead. So you're not going to be at 0%.
Not if you're a Kryptonian.
Oh, you're Superman. Yeah, you're Superman.
We're talking about Superman.
Come on,
It's
plot
not the
on.
normal look for Superman that we know, though.
All right, so
Okay.
J&D Superman not getting many votes. Next.
No.
Yeah, thanks. So we went Blade for PCS.
Yeah, Blade Museum, I think, had the most.
Blade Museum.
Speak.
Okay.
I love you, Buck.
I think that's it. That was it.
I just feel like there. If I just said it's correct, no one would.
He's back on it.
Damn, bro.
I
When
had to
somebody
show
says they
them.
love you, do you know how to say I love you back?
Have you been shown love, Buck?
I feel like you guys are deflecting, but it's all right. I love you guys.
No. I think you're just misunderstanding that we agree with you. The anatomy is there. I never said it wasn't. Like I know the parts are there.
That's funny because I take that statue differently. Like I look at it like it's not even his musculature. It's just like the suit design is just painted. The muscles are painted on the suit.
Yeah,
that's what makes the suit look so bad.
Yeah.
It's like, why
the
would Superman
situation
have
of
the
all the
muscles
musculature
painted?
is just ridiculous.
Yeah, why would he have
I agree.
the muscles painted on his suit?
John is just like, what the fuck are these guys talking about?
I'm just gonna hit live. I'm not gonna put any more work into these shows. That's just no point.
Dude, that's the.
I appreciate you, John.
It's just no point. Gives a shit where the muscles are if the muscles on his fucking forehead. Who gives a shit? No one's buying it anyways. No, I'm kidding. But so Blade Museum.
0% body fat. He should have had some musculature showing on his face. You should have seen all the muscles in his cheek.
Yeah.
Bullshit statue design. Come on. I'm just kidding.
Well, you're not
The
human,
Rock.
so I get, yeah.
The Rock looks good though. The Rock he's standing on. I'm not gonna argue that. But then again, if water was hitting it at a certain angle for this amount of years, it would have chipped away where he's standing.
Yeah, and the sun too. Don't forget about the sun.
No, at the end of the day, if it's not right for your eyes, if it doesn't match what you like, then you don't. I know nothing about
Well,
anatomy.
Clearly.
I think I agree with Jerry. I think it's not the anatomy that's the issue. I think it's the suit's just overly done. Like it's overly, and that's how it was in the movie, by the way. Like if you see behind the scenes photos and stuff, that's exactly how they designed that suit. J&D got it accurate to the movie, for sure. But it's just like
It's over exaggerated.
too much airbrush and shit, and all the musculature accentuating. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Next,
let's keep going. So that was 1/3. I think we'll keep it at that, and then we'll do next week. We'll do the quarter scale. So definitely a pullback. Well, 6 months. 6 months is not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Prime 1 has 9. Prime 1 has had 9 releases in 6 months. That's not bad.
No, it's not bad at all. And none of them came with free shipping, so doesn't matter.
PCS has had 3. 4. I'm not gonna. I don't count the Storm. It's not out yet.
All right.
And J&D has had 4 as well. Queen 1, LBS 1. For 1/3, considering Prime 1 next year will be less because I think they were pulling away from the 1/3 for the most part. But definitely a solid list. I mean,
Is he frozen?
Yep.
Yeah, I think he froze up.
There you go.
Canada took his.
Nah, he's moving.
Am I
Jerry
back?
got that. Jerry got that. Don't play with that guy.
What's causing me to? Something's causing my internet to thing. I'm back, right?
We thought you saw the shipping on the Catwoman.
I went to
And if you
cancel.
see free shipping on Prime 1, send me the link. It's 1/3.
He's frozen again.
No, I'm not frozen again. But
No, his face.
Wow. Hold on. Let's ask Cypher. Pull out the book. This is my. I hate you guys. That guy looked like fucking Captain America. I'm telling you.
No, he was doing the Hail Hydra.
Yeah, why was he doing the Hell Hydra?
Okay, we'll leave it at the 1/3 for this week. I'll get the. We'll continue it next week, and then we'll move into pre-orders. But I wanted to have this discussion to get it started because I know we're still far out. You guys are probably.
He's blinking at us again, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little laggy. Yeah. So, Buck, are you gonna make a statue?
Me? Eventually.
Yeah.
Sometime.
Yeah, that's why you got the book, right?
Yo, that's why I went
Come
to
back.
school. Hopefully.
Oh, he's back. Next.
Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. I closed some of the screens. Maybe too many screens open. But where I left off, I want to have this discussion. I know we're far off from the end of the year, but 6 months will fly by. Just get the ball rolling, guys. Even in the chat about the pieces that you think are you're gravitating towards. Because again, at the end of the year, we're going to do our tech awards, and I want everybody to participate. And I'll try to keep it as organized as possible on my end as well. So you guys can just come in, vote, and we'll celebrate, right? Celebrate the artists, celebrate the pieces. So this will be kind of like the first installment. We kicked it off with 1/3. That's where we're at so far. Again, Vega, huge shout out to you for updating that Excel sheet, man. That's crazy what you did. So we'll keep using that, and that's going to help big time. And Everyday Collector Facebook group, I'll put photos in there and keep everything updated there as well. All right. Let's get into this week's news, because you guys are already stressing me out.
Hold on now. Not everybody. Not everybody.
I'm not frozen. I'm not frozen. I closed some screens.
Let's like Jojo said. Clear. Jojo said the moose came back.
It's no moose. Nothing. Jojo and the moose.
Chewing up the wires outside.
Yeah. he came back for the rest of the wires.
The moose.
Now it's back.
Oh, great.
Is Mark here? Mark's supposed to be. Mark's going to stop by after.
Oh man.
Me and Mark
back, right?
Double caked up on a Friday. Okay.
Spider Pig. Spider bitch.
Yeah, Mark's supposed to. He's gonna stop by after work. He's supposed to at least. All right, let's kick in some sideshow. We got 67 people in here. I hope you guys are having fun, and hopefully this internet keeps up. I don't know what the hell's going on out there. Sideshow. I promise it's not a moose. Maybe a gopher. It's not a moose. Succubus. Suck on this. I mean succubus. 645 US. This baby. Can't freaking believe how they priced this stunning piece of art. We've been talking about it all week. I want to, of course, shout out the artist that worked on this first. Kat Sapine, paint. Steve Lord, Steve Schumacher, Alfred Paredes on sculpt, Ian McDonald on design, as well as Rachel
Rubacek.
I was going to say Rubacek, but Rubacek. That's fine.
It feels like I'm being pain in the ass, but it's Katsapene.
Katsapene?
Yeah.
God damn, I want past all of a sudden.
Internet.
Nobody? Internet. That was good. That was good. Katsapene. Thank you,
look good, though. Like, that's the price? Yeah. 5? Wow.
What's going on, Timba? Good to see you.
What is this from? Like, this is like their own thing? Or
their original line.
Yeah. Succubi exist in like religious folklore and other folklore throughout history. So this is their own interpretation of what that creature looks like.
Wow, Buck. You run for your money, Brody, because Vega got you. I don't know. Are you buying this, Vega? Are you buying this, Vega?
I want to. I tend to give things a week just to avoid the potential of impulse buys. But I do have like 120 sideshow rewards, so that'll help bring that
life PO next Friday.
The only issue I have with it is the height. That takes up a lot of real estate height wise.
Don't let that stop you.
It wouldn't actually stop me, but it is an inconvenience.
Sideshow's now the vertical company.
Yeah,
all their stuff.
I think it'll look good in your display because the black backing is. I think this is right for that.
No, it won't. It wouldn't be up here. This would be.
Wow.
For the horror collection.
Yeah, it would be for the horror stuff. Yeah. I'm probably gonna end up pre-ordering this by next week or something like that.
Yeah, I know what edition size set yet, but again,
next Friday live PO.
I wanted to set up, give a huge shout out to these artists before we go into the actual piece. The amount of artists that were behind this project to be able to offer it at $645. I know, of course, there's no licensing fees or attachment to this because it's their own original line, but I definitely commend the artists and give them a pat on the back. They did a fantastic job. Great teamwork on this one.
Is this their first original line, or they've done this before?
No,
they've done original lines before. Yeah, Court of the Dead was an original line.
Same with the Pulp Fixins. Yeah,
Sideshow originals too.
I like this a lot.
Yeah,
that's not that much.
They really excel in this line of work.
Oh yeah, I'll be that snake.
They've really been highlighting Kat recently.
Yeah.
On the pre-order page is like a picture of her, which they don't normally do, like sitting next to the
actual piece.
Statue. Yeah.
I think they started that with Cypher. No ES as of yet. But we'll keep you updated as soon as we find out. I think they started that with Martine and
Daniel Bell.
Daniel Bell with the Batman versus
diorama.
Joker. Yeah.
Batman versus Joker. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where they started it. I appreciate it big time. So what I wanted to see is kind of some artist appreciation on the pieces. So it's really nice to see.
I like that braided hair sculpt on the hair instead of it all just being wavy.
Yeah.
See how the jewelry it presses into the skin. Looks so real.
Makes the indents.
Yeah.
Yeah, the indentation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, this is tempting. Phoenix, this is your kind of gal.
No, it's not, man.
Even at that price point,
he doesn't like devilish stuff.
I don't like.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Plus Plus the portrait, I'm not a big fan of. She's a little bit Hispanic, and
Damn! All the
You like
mommies
Latin-
are like,
you don't like
"What's
Latin?"
in this stream?" Beep beep beep
Wow,
beep.
that's perfect.
Hey, man. No,
You think you're Latin? You got a super personality?
I thought he was gonna say, I don't know, the portrait's a little dead. No, he's like a little Latin. What the?
there's no sexiness for it. I mean, for me, it
What?
just is too.
Latin's ain't sexy? Wow.
It's
the
all-
face anyway. The face.
The creature exists for sex.
I know.
Looks anime to me, a little bit anime.
Yeah, it's just too dark, and at the same time, it's. I have no connection to it. That's all.
Buck, you think this looks anime? The face, the portrait. Buck.
Did he say anime?
Yeah.
I don't.
No,
I don't think it's
I don't
anime.
think it's anime, but like
It has
it's
soft,
it's
very
not it's
soft
not
features.
it's not like ultra realistic. It's like
no.
it's pretty stylized. The portrait and other parts of the figure as well is very stylized. It's like a mix. It's kind of, some parts are incongruous with how they've done the realism. Like the wings are very realistic compared to the rest of her
The
body.
sculpt, well,
Yeah.
right.
I know one thing.
I mean, the face kind of looks maybe exaggerated a little bit, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Everything else looks like real nice, and the face just doesn't match. I still love it. It looks great, but that would be my only criticism.
There's even other parts too that are ultra simple compared to the rest. But I look at the level of detail in the wings, but then the head of the snake is so rudimentary, like doesn't even feel like it's they referenced the real snake.
yeah.
It looks like that snake was sculpted from imagination without any reference.
Mm.
And there's other aspects of this that are kind of like that, where it's a mix of super realistic stuff with parts that are just very stylized. Like the base, for example, the rocks are stylized. It's simple in the shape language and stuff, but in the end, I think it's a good statue, right?
I know a piece you were critiquing anatomy wise was the PCS Vampirella.
Yeah.
With her body type and so forth. How do you feel about the way they were able to execute the ribs here? The attention to detail.
Yeah,
And
I would say on this one, that's one of the few parts of her physique actually, where they're starting to show the underlying forms, like the bony landmarks. But it's a mix of simplicity, like very stylized work, and realistic stuff in different areas. Her hands look realistic, and there's parts of her body that are very soft without showing any of the musculature and the even like the bony landmarks jutting out. So it's I don't know, very stylized sculpt with odd points where they highlight the realism.
This is almost like the body type is like those Frazetta. It's very plumpy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not like the looks of today. This is look very much like a 40s version of, you know, the skin's a bit plumpy and it's not, you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I actually agree with you. I don't think, for me, I don't think that's a bad thing, but I agree that's what's happening.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I like the body a bit more, you know, like the Digithosaurus. I mean, the one I showed, that's almost like an almost more natural. This one's a bit more plumpy. I'm not a big fan of the plumpy look. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Kirby.
What are you trying to say? I need to go on a diet, Phoenix?
I ain't laughing. Huh?
Phoenix is trying to end the career.
Yeah, Ken was like, "What?" You said what I was thinking. Yeah, Blackbird. What's going on, Blackbird?
Well, and Steve Lord was also the sculptor on the new Red Sonja.
Yeah,
And
as well.
and it has that as well.
A lot of their recent sculpts have been very like stylized.
Voluptuous.
Yeah, there you go. That's
a
the one.
different choice of words.
Thanks, Johnny.
I only know because when I look in the mirror, you know, now that's the word I tend to use. All right. Well, again, I congratulate the artists behind this project. I think this will be a great success. No ES yet. It'll be interesting to see where that
That price point, do you think it'll be a higher ES?
I think this statue is going to be very successful for them.
I mean, do you think it'll be more than so? The Mr. Sin from Pulp Vixens is the same price, original line.
Mhm.
It was an 800 ES.
Yeah, I'm thinking this will be around there or like 1500.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I think even the hype on this is greater than the Mr. Sin.
I agree. I think the hype is much
I
more.
think people will buy this just because the price. It's a nice statue and a price point. Like I won't buy this because it won't fit anything I have. But because of the price point, I would certainly consider it.
I feel like
it's a fantastic statue.
Mm-hmm. This is like, I mean, sex sells. I think that's just the way I would put it, right?
Yeah, sure.
It's pretty sexy, and I think that the majority of the statue buying audience is male.
D saying the paint transitions on the back of the wing is so good.
Yeah, looks great.
Yeah,
those are gonna get plugged in.
Cypher saying 2000
The way you
for
said
the
that,
ES. I think 2000 is too much.
No,
I think 1,000 max should be where they look.
Yeah.
Again, yeah, I don't know.
Has there ever been? Sorry, John.
No,
Has
no,
there
go
ever been another piece that, in your guys' experience? So I don't know if you guys had pulled this up on like your desktop, but I got an 18 plus warning.
Yeah, I got that too. Yep.
Has that ever been a
Nope.
thing?
It's only
Well, from
happened
my
to me on
experience.
art print. So one of the
Okay.
most recent, like Frank Frazetta art prints, happened to me.
It happened to you? I think that's a new feature. Yeah, I haven't, and I did a short of it as well on YouTube, and it blocked. It set the restrictions to 18 plus too. So
wow.
Timba saying, "What's going on, man? Happy Friday." I'm guessing 1,000 to 1,250.
Yeah, that's what I would think too.
Yeah, I think that 1,000 mark is golden.
Yeah, that price is golden.
Price is fantastic. So again, huge congrats to Sideshow for this piece and the artists, and wish them the most success on this one. We'll keep you guys updated with the ES. One that the collectors are started to receive is the Mr. Sin.
Yeah.
So this is in hand. And this was shared in the Sideshow group by John G.
I think they did a good job of, getting close to the prototype.
Yeah.
In terms of execution of the piece.
Well, we saw the production piece so early.
Yeah.
I know who's mentioned it.
Was the pre-order done off for production?
Yes, it was the pre-order. Correct.
That's right.
I know he had mentioned that the legs are painted a tad, but like a darker shade.
Because of the shadowing, right?
The shadowing, yeah.
Can you go back to the first picture and zoom in on the toes, or what? Just get the longer toes. I don't think everything. So zoom in on that toe.
I can't zoom in.
Thank goodness.
That was the last thought I thought I was going to say. Can you zoom into the book to see the detail of the pages?
yeah,
can you
that
zoom
book
into the
looks
wood and the bait?
Can we add the 18 plus warning?
Can I see your toes? I think they did great on the sculpting of like the lingerie or brassiere or whatever you want to call it.
Oh,
that was sculpted very well. The attention to detail there.
It seems like there might be some issue with this guy's eyes, or around that. This is not, like, see that blemish close to the eye?
Left on the left side, or her right, but our left.
Right on the. Oh, okay. I think I see.
I
it.
see where you're going now. That a little paint splotch.
Yeah, possibly. I'm not sure if that can be wiped off or it's a paint defect.
Well, I noticed this on the back of the shoulder. I don't know how well you're going to see it here, but it seems to be like how they sculpted the strap. It's very flat. They did the same on the shoulder. It seems to be very like in the same sculpting manner of the strap. So it's like it's not natural. It's not like the natural shoulder or back, and then the strap goes over. It's you could see the angle on it.
John, can you go back to where they showed the hairline, the picture before this? Yeah, that looks a little bit off to me. I didn't notice that when they were showing the prototype. You see that too?
Yeah.
What is it? Which
There's that one strand that's
Yeah.
separated
that
for
separate
the
piece
for the movement, and then where the hair hits the actual skull.
I think it's foreshadowing too, though. Like they're trying to give like a series, like
Are we talking about the different piece that's like keyed in?
Yeah,
like
it
glued
looks.
in? Yeah,
But even
so
if
like
you go across the forehead, it looks like it changes. There's like a dark spot on the right side looking at the screen. But yeah, that keyed in piece is what I first noticed. It doesn't look like it blends in too well.
that would just be like it's like literally just a seam that like they probably placed it there because they don't want to have an undercut there like in the molding process when they pour the silicone and want to demold.
Wonder
So
why
they'll
they
take
needed that hair. Why they had to key that in? Why they couldn't make it just a solid piece?
yeah, it would have created an issue when they're trying to pull the portrait out of the mold.
Yeah.
If you make it with just one piece, it'll probably have constantly break every time you pull it out.
Yeah.
So they have
Yeah,
to
we'll
cast
see.
it separately.
It's not that bad. I mean, it wouldn't be anything I'd get upset about. But I didn't know what I was looking at when I just caught it when John changed pictures.
Yeah, Ivy, the original Ivy, the art germ one sideshow is a big has that issue as well. She has it down her hair because her hair went behind her. She had her hands in it, so the way Buck was explaining it, the way I guess they had to cast it or whatnot, there's a massive gap there. But this is the first one that we're seeing.
It's on a lot of pieces. They could have done a better job to hide it, maybe with the hairstyle. But
So is that her clothing mixed media?
No, fully sculpted.
No, fully sculpted.
Wow, that is
Looks great.
impressive. That is impressive. Man, that's really impressive. Because I thought that was mixed media at first.
They
Wow.
really got the satin sheen.
Satin,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
can anyone tell what that is reference to? It's like a woman.
It's a
embracing
woman
skeleton.
having. Oh yeah, they're having fun.
Getting down.
Oh, wow, I didn't even
That's
notice
18
that.
for
A
sure.
skeleton.
Yeah.
God damn.
How does the skeleton have fun with her? That doesn't matter. But
He's
like,
just one big bone, man.
But then she's holding a knife like she wants to stab him in the back, and I'm wondering how do you kill
Wow,
that?
she
with a
must be
knife?
on YouTube too then.
Put that
Or
18 plus
perhaps
warning.
he has the knife and no, okay, I see
it's
where
in
his
her
hands
hand.
are.
You
I see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is almost like a kimono, right? From the.
Yeah.
I mean,
like very like James Bond vibes, like very that.
It might be a
spy.
reference to like the actual statue as well. It might be mirroring what's happening, because if you look at the legs of the woman on the robe, she has like the anklets as just like the character does. You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So that skeleton might be representing the Mr.
Creature
Sin
up in the-
character
The creature
up in
here.
the back as well.
Yeah.
So it's
It's a storytelling portion. Little homage to whatever the lore is in this.
And her toes don't look that bad too. So, when
I like the gun with like the I don't know, like a rosary style thing wrapped around it.
That's because it's like a monster, and then she's in a lingerie as well. So it probably implies that she seduced him before she got down here, and now she's stabbing him in the back.
Her and the succubus must be friends.
That face is amazing, man. There's so much. The more I look at it, the more.
This shot is stunning.
Yeah,
The
everything.
one on the left. Yeah.
Yeah, they did it really well.
That stairway, I'm assuming it's all polystone too. You wonder, they must have some reinforcement all the way through that to get that to stay like that.
Mm-hmm. And it lights up. This person didn't
lights
use
up.
the light up, but
Yeah.
it lights up.
there's a plug-in light up too as well.
Yeah, at this price
Nice
point
touch.
again. I think just the weakest part of the statue is the hair for me. I think the hair is the weakest part, but
Great
other than that-
turnaround time too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What was the price point on this?
$645.
Wow.
Small
That is
box.
crazy. Look how
I love the box art.
Yeah.
Yeah, Buck, you wanted it, right? Small box, one box, small box.
Mm-hmm. I
Nice and
appreciate
sleek.
this.
It's the size of a hot toy almost.
Ah, come on. I appreciate this. Like, you know, it makes things economical, and you still have a really good statue with lots of detail, lots of storytelling elements. You know, it's doable. You know,
Yeah.
they don't have to be incredibly massive all the time.
I agree with what Timba's saying here. Forced perspective is hard to pull off.
Yeah, me too.
And it was well executed here. I completely agree.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, that's also removable. So if you want to display it without,
Mm-hmm.
you can.
Yeah.
But there you go. Those are two solid entries from Sideshow. So far, Mr. Sin's going to be an induction into the released statues. So that's nice to see. That was fairly quick. And hopefully they keep this turnaround time and production to this level. Don't forget Sideshow Con's happening July 1st to the 28th. If you haven't already registered for your $5, I just dropped the link in the chat. You guys go check it out. A whole month, so hopefully they have some goodies and it's a fun time.
Yes, sir.
We'll see what they bring. I think that it's been fairly quiet with Sideshow. Recently, I think they're holding all their goodies for the con. Weapon X, we'll see. I think we'll see the Mystique. We'll probably see Constantine. What else was there? They're gonna have a slew of pieces. Luke, yeah, hopefully Luke to go with the Star Wars.
I despise this.
The whole month?
Yeah, it's a terrible idea to me. But maybe with the way they've been releasing, like they've been showing announcements and announcing new statues, like recently, if they could keep, it would be a terrible thing for them to have done that, like leading up to Sideshow Con, and then have Sideshow Con not have that many reveals, and also make it stretch it out over a month. That would be terribly stupid. So I hope they don't do that, and they actually have a good amount of interesting reveals throughout the whole month, if they actually want to do it like for the whole month.
I hope that they take this time to like. I think they're going to take the time to release the statues that we haven't seen yet. Weapon X, I almost put money we're going to see everything we saw for the 12 days. I think we'll see here at Sideshow Con now. And I hope that the reason why it's a month is because they're going to be very centric in going that extra mile with the artists that worked on the project and doing interviews and kind of incorporating that into the show they do that specific day. So for example, if they reveal Weapon X today, they'll do that whole artist appreciation, artist conversation that day, and that'll be like a one-day thing for them. And that's what's taking up the time. And then they're going to do some art prints, of course, and all the other stuff they sell. But I think that's the route they're going to go, is they're going to make it like a big production.
Well, what did the rest of you guys think about them stretching it out over a month? Do you have any misgivings about that?
I agree with what Buck's saying too. It's just too long of a timeline.
Yeah.
Even to pay attention and follow it.
Yeah, we complain when they do the 4 or 5 days. We complain that it's too long. Now they're doing a whole month. This is a horrible idea.
Yep.
So-
I have no interest in trying to watch all that.
If they avoid weekends, then it's really 20 days. If they don't do Saturday and Sunday stuff, and I don't.
That's still like 4 times longer than their usual.
No, I get that. I'm just saying that it would be 20 days. No, I mean, we've already been saying, you and I, Jerry, that this is not conducive to a bunch of impatient collectors. So, you know, trying to stretch it out, even if you add some of the cool stuff that John was talking about, you have to have a fairly large amount of new things to show to then supplement it with that other stuff, but I think they get a lot of community engagement in all those random ass videos. So
They do.
I mean, people show up for it.
Yeah, that's true. So it's like two conclusions to be drawn from this possible. It's either like the people who don't like those week-long events are the minority, and the majority of the fans, people watching Sideshow, or like paying attention to them. They actually enjoy that, and so
where they don't work and they have all day to do this.
Do
exactly.
they give that discount codes during the show? Maybe because people are watching for that, like the $5 off or $3
They
off.
used
I don't know.
to. They used
They
to
don't
do that
really
heavily,
do that.
but they don't do that
much.
Even the
That's
Sideshow
other-
did this. I'll be like, man, that's just way too
Now
much.
it's just it's primarily through like their games that you play with them, like bingo or trivia or whatever else they have. You can get reward points for winning, and then sometimes they'll kind of throw everybody $1 or something like that. But
That's the
it's
thing. Like,
not
do you
what
guys think? Do you guys think that usually they do the 3 to 5 days, and it's pretty much like almost all day shows. Do you think they're gonna keep that up for a whole month, or they're gonna go to like one show a day?
I doubt it. I think it's gonna be very light until maybe the last week, and then they're gonna go ham. Like they'll do it how they normally do for like the
24
last week.
streams.
But like but before then, I can't see them keeping up that kind of pace for a whole month. That's probably very taxing on their social media team, and I can't imagine they have enough content to make it last that long anyways.
Yeah, they averaged about 4 live streams a day.
Wow,
that's crazy.
And then
last year,
Yeah, they won't do that. That's not gonna.
Yeah, I'm
that
looking
won't
at
happen.
last year's schedule. They were doing about at least pretty much 4 live streams, some sort of live show a day. And then in between they were doing, various giveaways on various platforms to get you engaged there as well.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen this time around.
Those people can't keep up their fake smiles for that long.
I know their cheeks have to be hurting.
July 1st, that's what, 2 weeks? What are we at, the 21st? That's, about 2 weeks?
Yeah.
So, that's Canada Day, too. We're off over here. Right, Phoenix?
It's
So,
9 days,
we'll
right?
keep you posted. Yeah,
9
we'll keep
days.
you posted. Tweeterhead?
Boo.
Just an
Just
an update on this Two-Face that's is ridiculously taking very long. Progress photos sent over a few weeks ago from the factory. Both scales have since been boxed up patiently, and they're patiently waiting for their ride on the water. I guess this will relate to the statement they put out in their last newsletter, where there's some shipping issues and delays. So they're just sending some photos, reassuring photos, that he's done and ready to go. So we're just waiting for shipping.
The way these have been arranged and photographed, it's a lot less haphazard than when you see custom photos.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you think these were staged this way so they could do a PR photo shoot?
I don't know if they
this
were
isn't how the
staged.
factory normally looks.
I don't know how they were staged, Buck, but I don't like seeing photos like this. I'll be frank, and people think you're crazy. You spend by the time it gets to you, over $1,000 by the time something gets to me, and just to see it laying there in a plastic box that I think Fish was in last week.
John, wait till you remove the top layer and see how they stack them underneath the ones you can't.
I feel like if they remove the top layer, it's shrimp. I'm sorry. I don't know. Maybe I'm in denial.
They put all of them just in one box. They don't even.
They're probably tossing them. They're probably tossing them to each other.
Anybody buy this on the panel? Or anybody get this? Pick this up? The 1/3 or 1/4?
I know Cash got this.
Cash got it? Okay, so I know Paula got it in the community. I was talking to her about it. She's excited to receive it. But other than that, production, like so far, looks good. The white of the suit looks great. I need to see more. This is a photo that's pretty at a distance. But damn,
I wonder if both scales will release simultaneously.
It says both scales have since been boxed up and patiently awaiting the ride on the water. So it seems like both are going to be coming out. Surprised this project wasn't as successful as I anticipated it to be a lot more successful than it was, just because
Really?
there is no Two-Face, right? And I don't think
There's
Sideshow.
no Two-Face, but no, forget it.
They was just spit it out.
Yeah,
a good one.
You don't think it's a good one?
It's
not to fit. I think that I'm surprised that the 6 scale didn't sell more. I think that the quarter scale, I think that the style just doesn't fit what many people's quarter scale collections look like, particularly.
It's too small.
It's just so basic of an art style. It's much more animated-ish. And when I see them doing like 6 scale and quarter scale, it never looks like they made a really good quarter scale and then it got shrunk down to 6. It always looks like they made a basic ass 6 scale and blew it up to quarter. That's how I experience them.
Not a good sign that Sideshow would be tackling a Two-Face, since they allowed Tweeterhead to go ahead and create it in quarter scale. But I guess we'll see.
I can see that now, Vega. You're right, 100%.
Now there was a custom Two-Face that was shown, and when that was shown, people were really excited for that. That's being done as well.
I think that was even.
Oh, here's some more photos.
Yeah, that did look nice.
John is having a heart attack right now.
Yeah, like that's pretty crazy.
That's a real thin layer of whatever that material is.
That's not like, I don't know.
Yeah, but like,
thanks for the update and so forth.
You know,
if this is what happens in the factories, let it happen. I don't want to see this like this. Send me a picture of them lined up, standing up. I don't want to see this stuff. Like,
John, this is just reality of a sweatshop for you, okay? Get used to it.
but these it's like they're not like fragile or anything. At least they're not that fragile that like you can't just lay them on the side. On top, they even bothered to put like the
the styrofoam, the cushion,
yeah,
not the styrofoam, that like stuff they used to wrap the TVs and electronics.
You
And all
see
that.
the customs when they take these photos, they put them in like a bucket, a bunch of them.
Exactly. You see they have the paint there on the top left, top right, to do touch-ups and stuff, right?
Yeah.
You just didn't do now, John.
I don't want to see this. I appreciate the update. I just don't want to see.
I don't want to see this.
I don't want to see this stuff. If this looks like this, imagine what the factory looked like with that XMQC on that Hulk. God damn. All right, too soon. Sorry. PCS. Let's pull this up quick. Oh,
they just laid all those on the floor.
Yeah, they just laid those on the. They didn't even take the fish out of the bucket. They put them.
They didn't even sweep. They just laid it on the
floor. First off, sneak peek at our next half-scale horror collectible from the iconic 1996 horror film that started it all. Scream, of course. Let us know. Well, yes, that's it. So there looks like they're going to be doing another Ghostface.
Yep.
In half scale, though. To match the.
What
What did they do, Jason?
Michael
Myers. Sorry.
Yeah, it matches Michael. It's like they've made a very small amount of horror characters and they're just doing them in all the scales.
It's another pre-order to add to the list. The way I look at it.
But like their third scale didn't turn out that great. Like the material they used for the costume and all, and the paint they used on like the blade for the knife and the handle was inaccurate. All that stuff. The quarter scale much better. And so I'm expecting good things from this one. But I already have the quarter scale, Jerry, so I don't need a half scale.
Incomplete.
It's the hot killer girl in their Halloween costume.
Huh?
All right, so that's that. We'll keep that posted.
Yeah.
And we'll move on to this one. This is what stole the show for PCS news this week. Maximum Carnage fine art bust. We got the comic. We got the regular painted version earlier in the year. Now we're getting the real bronze edition. Announced first, a teaser was shown. People were kind of getting excited about it, and then they had put up the pre-order, and this real bronze edition, it's actual bronze, comes with a retail price of $15,000 USD.
Damn! Man, you was waiting for that one, huh?
The 5% you get back in loyalty points is more than many statues cost.
Yeah, so let's take a quick look. So we get $750 back, 5% back in the loyalty points, like you said. And yeah, edition size is going to be 20. It's 1-to-1. And let's not look at the price for a second. as a piece, I think this is much better.
Yep.
Than
Much
the other one. I like the way the colors, the contrast, the colors work together.
You
And
think they
how they
could do
pop.
this way instead of being like real bronze 15,000?
That's what I say. Yeah, like a full bronze. A full bronze would have been a good idea as well. I think it would have sold well. What do you guys think?
I don't think
Look
this
how
is better than the other one.
You don't think it's better? Okay.
No, I think it has good contrast with the auxiliary characters dangling from the
Yeah, the green, like
from the
jade
strings.
looking. Yeah.
But otherwise, and I think it looks good. I just don't think it looks better than the other one.
3K down. It was a light NRD.
Yeah, I know some people were expressing their thoughts on the price point in the PCS group, and they were told that fine art companies charge even more for fully bronze pieces. So that's not an area
That's not your area. So,
yeah.
How did the regular statue do though? So what made them do this in this statue? Like, did it do well? Did it sell well?
I think it was well received. I don't think it sold out. Did
It
it
didn't
sell out?
sell out, but I believe I saw some sort of commentary somewhere that it did sell pretty well.
Yeah.
I think when it was kind of asked, why this version is also coming out. So
If they would have done this right, just exactly how it is, but just painted version of it, and it charged $500 more than the retail of the last one for 20 with the same ES, would it sold out? Do you think?
nothing sells out.
A question for Buck on this. Two questions, since you seem to know a lot about this. How do they cast a bronze statue like this? First question. The second one, when you paint it, what's making the paint hold up so well on this?
So bronze is like an alloy of copper and tin.
Yeah.
Right. And when they normally, I'm not sure how they're gonna do this because it's a different process. Normally they use the way this will be done will be with clay. Someone will make a sculpt in clay, and then they'll take it to like people that work with metals. They'll cut it into several pieces, and they'll weld it together when they make the cast with the metal, and then it's gonna be a hollow cast on the inside.
Yeah.
And it's it's going to be welded together. This is a very complicated piece, and having someone weld that, and then they're gonna grind off all the weld lines. I think there's going to be a lot of workmanship that goes into producing something like this. Although, to be fair, I do not know the process of doing it with a 3D print. Should be similar to doing it with like oil clay or any other kind of clay. But definitely, if anyone is thinking it's the materials that makes it expensive, it's not. It's because bronze is not exactly difficult to make. Like I said, it's copper and tin, but it's probably the workmanship that goes into it and the fact that it's very limited, and it's hard to find comparable products within the space that we're in, so it's also easier for them to get away with the price point.
So you think it's above pewter? You know what pewter is, right?
Yeah.
So the X is all the way to the right if you're looking to get that out of your cart.
I just saw that when you said it.
The thing about bronze usually has pewter,
Harder,
like in terms of
bronze.
the finest of the detail you can get in pewter is not as good as bronze.
My whole thing is the confidence in their QC going to be there to be. Looks like they haven't sold one yet. I was able to put 20 in my cart.
I don't even know if this will be made in China.
In the traditional factory, yeah.
Exactly. I really have no idea how this is going to be produced. I've seen other companies make bronze statues like Manasum, but then the price point is actually very expensive, but it varies from piece to piece. And I've never seen it. I don't think I've seen anything that's this expensive. But then again, I've never seen anything that's actually that big either. Let me see.
Yeah, I think the only thing I had to compare it to was the Captain America life-size bronze bust that Galaxius did.
Mm-hmm.
And this
That
is
was
so much detail.
$15.99 or no, that was how much?
It was cheaper. It was cheaper. I don't know what its MSRP
No,
was.
Carl posted it in the Facebook group.
Did he? But I know Spec had it for about $11K.
The one by the HMO guy, Mufizal?
I don't know. The company is Galaxius. That's all I know.
Let me see if I can pull it up.
Galaxius HK.
I'm trying to remember. Is missing most of his torso and he's standing up?
Yeah,
by his
and he's
shield,
holding
like
the shield,
like in front of him.
It's a massive
Yeah.
piece. I'm gonna pull it up.
Yeah, it's just a bust, so you get like
And the thing is, that one is like way
Is it
less
big?
complicated than
very
Carnage.
much so.
So like I can understand the price point. I still think it's expensive. It's hard for me to like commit to that price point in my head, but like and see it as worth it. But there's really not much else you could compare it to. So that's why they can kind of set any price they want, to be honest.
A level of detail, and that's why I asked you the question for metals. That kind of detail is, I mean, I work with metals and I've weld and solder and all that kind of stuff, so I have somewhat of an idea. But that is just crazy detail to be made out of that material.
Okay,
how much do you think it would cost for them to put this prototype together?
Probably I don't know. Like, what do you mean by that? Just the welding process, like just like making the metal piece, forgetting about what it took to get it sculpted.
For him to make that piece, here's the Captain America that you're talking about, the Galaxies, $11,299. This is it. Can you see it?
Yeah.
That's not very detailed though. Just
no, it's not.
But this is in more of the traditional style level of detail you expect from a bronze statue.
Right. So, do you think that statue that he's saying is all bronze might have some kind of mixed material in there to get that level of detail?
I don't know. That's the thing. I really have never seen. I don't know what the process is for taking a 3D print into bronze. I've never bothered to research it. Like the only time I've ever seen is when like a fine artist would take their clay sculpture and turn it into a bronze statue.
Cypher brings up a point. The Prime 1 Final Fantasy piece, that was like $13K in 1/6.
Yeah,
astronomical.
I wonder how, because look, I get it. Like there are some people who order these statues, go on PCS's website, get what we get, and also have just rolling in dough, probably, sure. But I'm just wondering, if what the marketing strategy is for this to get this out to more people than just, the Facebook collectors.
I imagine their margins are very nice on those pieces. They must make a lot of money selling them.
But I feel like the money. I feel like the money that was used for this. I would say to be thrown into the company to ramp up production. I don't know. That's just the way I'm looking. The way I look at it from an outside. 15,000. Like who's going to be dropping 15K on a Carnage bust right now?
But you know what though? I mean that is a crazy price. But y'all remember Iron Studios did the Thanos? I think it's like edition size of 5 for like
the
60,000.
gemstones.
Yeah, with the gemstones.
Yeah.
Did we know? Yeah. Did that sell? That sold out. Did that sell at
no
all?
idea.
I don't think they ever really talked much
But
about
the things we're mentioning. The things we're mentioning though are Prime 1 with a Final Fantasy 6 diorama at 13K at 1/6. Iron Studios with Thanos statue with real gemstones. But these are well-established companies that have that reputation and that have that history. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it.
When I think about this statue, the one thing that justifies it for me is how complicated it is.
Yes,
and the fact that they're gonna have to cast the metal in multiple separate pieces and then weld it together.
I'll be right back.
And then they have to do like a finishing process, and they have to do selective patina on different like parts of it.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be an involved process, and obviously like even though there's labor going into that, like that doesn't mean the labor has to be equivalent to the value they charge you. I think in this regard, it's actually I don't want to just say it's a true piece of art, but whenever there's a certain amount of like expertise and craftsmanship that goes into something that feels like it takes a lot, it takes a high level of skill to achieve. It makes you appreciate the final product more.
Well, I would say, Buck, that if they pull this off and this is all bronze, I'm shocked that they can do it and sell it for that much money.
Yeah.
When you think about like when I'm looking at that piece and all the detail everywhere, and we're just looking at it like we're not even seeing every bit of it. You know, for them to be able to make that piece for that money and everything that what is, I mean, what I know and what you're talking about is pretty much the same thing. How they have to do it, it's extreme, and be able to do that level of detail. If they accomplish this for that money, then they're putting yourselves in a position that no one else has so far.
Would you say this is looking at the statue versus Queen Studios, the Batman with the $42,000 one? This statue is way harder to make versus that Batman.
Oh yeah,
100%. Just the
Yeah.
fact that there's welding involved, and they're working with high heat, like to get the molten metal into the shell, and then like they're gonna do what they call it, a shell, like they're gonna cast it where it's like a hollow cast within the shell. And I don't quote me on this, but I don't think the mold is reusable. I think they need to do it like from start to finish every time with each piece, and each piece is gonna require several different castings. They can't do that in just one mold, right? It's the same way we get our statues, where like it's multiple separate pieces. Like the piece that Ken was complaining about with just the hair on that female piece, how they had to do that in a separate piece, just the hair. Look at all those undercuts and overhangs you have on the Carnage. They're
Yeah.
gonna have to chop all of that into smaller pieces, separate pieces, so they could do those separately, and then like cast them. So like I'm really curious to see how the process will go. Yeah, because they'll use like a silicone mold, then they'll cast wax into that, and then they'll dip the wax into some kind of like you guys know when they use an alginate mold. No. They'll just put it into something, they'll give it a hard shell like a plaster, and then they'll melt the wax out, then they'll pour the metal into that, and that new mold that they pour the metal into, I don't think is reusable. I think they have to like get rid of that and redo it again multiple times for all the statues in the edition.
So a smart thing for them to do would be to put out a video showing all the stuff you're saying, Buck. Because I got to tell you, that would allow people that would justify the price.
Appreciate it more.
Exactly. Yeah, because if you don't know that, then you don't think that it's worth that price.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this statue not for us though. It's not for like nah. Like,
Yeah, but don't you think it's the other side is, don't you want to keep the mystique of the statue as opposed to showing everything that you do? That would kind of lose it.
I think you want to sell the statue.
Yeah, curiosity.
I think at the end of the day, you want the damn thing to sell, and I don't know that any mystique behind the process is going to do that.
But if you see the product and you like the product and it's only 20, I mean, if you like it enough, you pay for it. That's all it is, right? You can't.
That's true. But
Right.
I think
but
beyond that, there's that.
It's not a normal price.
That's a big price point. I mean, I think anything that gets much higher in price, like for me, to be honest with you, I'd like to know, is this truly all bronze, or are they doing mixed materials to be able to get that level of detail?
From what Buck's saying though, I do see the price tag, because like me, I was thinking about the one-on-one bill with the bus, right? At $13K, that's a lot of money. That's a Batman suit that's just black. I just like it's not really. I don't find like that's hard to do. So when Buck said how they made it, I'm thinking like that's way more difficult to do that because you can make so many mistakes.
I just,
Well, you also got to take
I'm-
into account that they're going to have to cast every character, probably every strand coming from his fingers separately. Each of the Carnages on there will probably be a separate cast that they pour for each statue. I mean, there's going to be more welding on the statue than there will be cast. There's going to be more. Somebody's going to Here's the reason they probably should release some like of the creative process, because a statue like that is more like hands-on, handcrafted than regular statues that they sell.
A+
Which are like which are made in larger numbers, and you want to show hey, this is a like one. You're really getting one of one. Like each one is its own.
Like behind the scenes, the way
like
Sideshow does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but
like
that-
a hand built. It's like the most hand built you can get, because somebody is going to have to literally put every one of these together and weld every piece on these, and they've got to achieve not only that, they're saying the entire statue is bronze, so they have to also actually have to go to a metallurgist who knows how to get the patina correct.
Yeah, but I
for
think
these sections of the statue, which is not just something everybody knows how to do. Like
I
it's
think
going to be
the
a specialist.
for this statue, I believe is not a regular collector who just likes tons of statue. I think this is going to be one of those one-off people who have money to blow, and they'll buy it and they'll display it probably because it's a work of art. That's how I see it.
I don't think PCS is at the point where they should be.
Do you think it's gonna be a line with the other bus though?
No,
So it's like,
no.
So they're like Carnage.
It's gonna be a one-off, and this is what could put on the map as to what we can do. I mean, this is one of those things where they gotta show that they can do more than offering.
But no, I don't agree with you. I think they need to show. I think they need to show on the less expensive pieces that the collectors are willing to invest their money into. That's where they should be proving that's what they can do. The fact that you can put together a $15,000 bronze statue, sure, but you're putting together a $15,000 bronze statue and you can't put together a third scale storm, or you're having QC issues on this and that. I think that's.
I think what you're trying to get across is that they don't have your trust, right? And I think that's a very fair point to make. For this piece, it's going to be how badly do you want it? How much do you believe in the vision there? And are you willing to take the chance on it on like something like this and if you're willing to and it comes out good, like you'll be very satisfied with the product you get. I also think this is probably I don't know where they're gonna make it. I'm very curious if they're gonna do it make it in America or if it's gonna be made overseas, and like what that supervision process is gonna be for the production, because they need to make sure they don't mess this one up.
Well, that might be another reason they should market it. That should be another reason they market it the way I said. Like, show the artist who's like the specialist, who's going to be working on these pieces, and include their previous works in it, like how cool stuff they've done, to like give you that like peace of mind that this piece is going to be great. On the other hand, I also agree with John. Like, why go for the flash thing when you haven't even like got all your ducks in a row on other stuff?
Mitch was saying
that stuff that should be easier.
I'm a hard critic. Yeah, like I just don't like the tap dancing. I feel like we've gone to a point on YouTube where we have to tap dance away how we feel instead of just. So I'm gonna me coming out of the field is this is not a project, in my opinion, that PCS is not a direction that they should be going, because
they don't have.
What do they have to back it up? What do they have to back it up? It's pre-orders.
Yeah, they just don't have no trust.
Well, sure. If you wanna say they don't have my trust, sure. But do they have anyone's trust?
They don't have the pedigree.
What trust? What trust do you have in PCS?
Is
You
what you're looking
haven't
for.
seen What have you seen that PCS? What have you seen PCS do? Put forth production-wise that warrants the trust of investing $15,000, whether you're a millionaire or whether you're working $100,000 or $60,000 a year job. What trust has PCS?
John, when I say they don't have your trust, I don't mean like it's that like sentiment is misplaced. I in fact, I kind of agree with it, but like because what you're saying is they haven't done anything. It's not like they've been making bronze statues for a while and like, okay, this is a company that's proven they can do it again and again.
Yeah.
They just don't have the background to say we can do this and we can do it successfully, is what you're saying, right? Am I
Yeah,
getting that wrong?
no, that's pretty accurate. What I'm saying is, me personally as a collector, and how I feel as a collector, I want them to succeed. I want all companies to succeed. I don't have anything against any company, but personally, I would not put a cent of my hard-earned money into a company that does not, that has not put anything forth that I feel is up to par to take my money. That's how I feel.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I feel you.
of course. Like Aiden's saying, it takes balls, in my opinion. It takes balls, in my opinion. This kind of art might be their niche. I get it though, that they're trying. Yeah.
Yeah, if Nissan came out tomorrow with a $1
Yeah, but it
million
needs-
super, let me finish the analogy, right? With a $1 million supercar, right? And they wanted me to pay $1 million for it, I'd be skeptical too. I'm more likely to trust Ferrari. I understand what you're saying. It's they haven't shown that they can do this, and then the previous stuff that they've been doing, it's not up to quality level where you say, I believe they can make a $15,000 statue and do it justice. Is that like a good summary?
Yeah, for
Or
sure.
no?
Nissan
I think there's also the portion like, so back, not this particular part of the discussion, but one off was said a lot. Is it? How many do you think? So it's in 20 edition size. How many do you think they need to sell for the next life size fine art bust they do to also have a bronze version? Does it need a lot?
I think they sell 5 and consider it success.
Okay, 5 is a success.
And that's
for
what I
them.
was gonna say. They should did like an edition size about 5.
Yeah, 20 is a lot. A lot of
Yeah,
Do you,
20
guys, do you guys think that this might be something that, like, I know it doesn't, they're not advertising it as it, but like, will this be made to order?
Yeah, I
because
think
of
so, yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah, I don't think they're just going to eventually just have 20 of these sitting around.
Yeah. Yeah,
They
I
also
can see this.
showed-
Yeah, I could see them doing it for every one if it sells whatever number they have in mind.
Yeah.
Although I think even having the full ES made and having a few sitting around, if they discounted that, it would really make the people that bought it full price salty. So they would. I
Yeah.
don't think they would be able to. Especially, there's some things you just don't put discounts on. There's
Right.
like certain kind of products that you sell them for the price that they are. Selling it like discounting the product actually kind of like messes with the brand identity or like the identity of
Yeah.
the perceived value of the item.
I don't want to beat a dead horse, but like a company like Ladro, who is I want to say it's porcelain, company who casts in porcelain, and they do beautiful sculptures. I know because my mom collected a few of them, and so forth. That's how I learned about the company. But they teamed up with Sideshow, right? They did a Princess Leia, and some other pieces, Queen Amidala, I believe, which was like 3 or 4K, and people were losing their minds. This is a company from Spain that has a reputation, that has the proven track record, yeah, you're gonna pay for the name, you're gonna pay for everything. PCS is not there. That's just it. So, as much as you want to say this, that, sugarcoat, whatever you want to say to sugarcoat it, that this could be a good streamline for them. For me, this is taking them off the track that they should be on, and that's focusing on getting the pieces, the pre-orders that they put forward into the universe, getting them into collectors' hands without QC issues. I'm going to say it every episode until it starts happening.
Yeah, John, as a company, if they should put this out and it's successful, would you take back what you said?
If they put this out and it's successful?
Yes, and it's done to a high fidelity. Will you take back the comments you just made? Because it would be them like, or like you're saying they should not make a premium product at all
No.
because they haven't.
Well, they could make a premium product.
Yeah.
But I think that they're jumping. I think that they're jumping too far ahead.
Are you saying they haven't earned their stripes? Like I don't understand. Like in that they're not
No.
eligible to start making products of this caliber.
No, they're not.
But but the point I'm making now is, okay, if you're saying that's the case, and then they do deliver on this promise, like making this a good product, doesn't that
Okay, so making
invalidate
this
the
a good product.
criticism?
How about the rest of their product line?
That
How about
hasn't
this?
come
So what
out
are they
for
going to
the
do? Are they going to stop creating their? Are they going to stop creating their 1/3 and other
You're
scale
making it sound like a
statues?
zero-sum game. They don't have to stop making those. They can make
Well,
those
my
and still
concern
make
is
this.
my whole point is before they start getting into projects of this nature, of this magnitude, they should be focusing on what they've promised customers for, what they've already received money for. Money shouldn't be dumped into projects like this when you're getting issues like that storm had issues. Collectors are still not getting it in hand, and other collectors aren't getting the pieces in. That sideshow mishap with the stock, the blade stock, where collectors are now being turned away from sideshow because either there was, I don't know what the details were, if it was a miscommunication with PCS between sideshow, whether sideshow took too many orders, but now customers are getting turned away who picked up the PCS museum blade. They're getting emails saying, sorry, there's no more product, so we're gonna have to cancel your order. Like,
I'd like to make one point in all this. So, if you're looking at it from a business point of view, like you know, and running a company, anyone trying to invest into something that is this big of a leap. So, if he had been making some bronze pieces, smaller pieces, somewhat complicated, and had some success with it, then I'd be like, okay, yeah, this is the next step in his evolution to make a better piece. I mean, to me, this is a whole separate entity. So it's going to be made by a different process. It's almost like you just fragmented your company into trying something else different, and the other stuff is not affected by this. So you're branching off to a different company. But if he had made other pieces in this process that showed that it can be done, and then you jump into something this complicated, this bizarre and complicated, then I'd see there's a chance. But yeah, you're still trying to get this other side fixed up, and then you're taking off into something not just testing the waters in it, but you're going all in on a piece that someone's going to drop $4,000 on an NRD for you to make this piece, and you haven't even shown you can make anything in bronze yet. So that I think there's some, for me as a business owner, and I'm trying to map this out, like, why would you make this decision? It probably has no effect on this other stuff, John, you're talking about, because it's a new adventure. So they can be doing two things at the same time, even trying to correct this over here. But this is a whole different process, different
But
people.
I feel like those are funds that could be allocated into making that other process excel first.
Isn't
or is the goal to get the funds, the NRDs, to then allocate it? Is that
I don't think funds have
NRD
anything
is
to
like
do with
$3,000,
this,
right?
to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not funds. I think it's a process that needs to be made better. I don't think funds are creating this problem on either side. I think there's some internal organizational processes that are creating this. The funds, I mean, they can get funds from anywhere if they want to make this work. I mean, I think this is just a process, internal process that it needs to be worked out to make it better. Like the whole bronze thing. The bizarre thing to me is you haven't done any of it yet to show you can do it, and then people are going to try to invest in it. Risky.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that sentiment. That again, that again just boils down to, in Ken specifically, that just boils down to saying they haven't proven themselves. You don't necessarily trust them to execute this well. And that's a different point being made from when John says they should. John is more or less saying they should not do something like this because they haven't delivered on the previous projects. They need is saying first they need to get this stuff right X year before they should do something like this. And I don't think that's a reasonable expectation. I think like I in that it's not like it's not that they can't make something else. They can, but if you don't trust them to be able to do it right, like yeah, that's fine. Like don't trust them and don't buy it, right? But they can make whatever they want, and like if they fail, they fail. And like people have their previous projects to look at to see whether like they want to actually invest $15,000 in them within their new project. But I don't think it precludes them. The fact that they haven't yet like released everything yet from the previous projects, or they've had some statues that have QC issues. I don't think that precludes them from making this new line of statues. I think if they make the promise, they're selling people on this, and people want to like invest, like this is 15 grand. You think I want to spend this on PCS? And like you've seen what PCS has done in the past, and you still say yes, I'm gonna spend 15K. That's between PCS and the consumer base that wants to spend 15 grand on it.
But everybody can say that. But that's why each and every one of us comes on here, and it's an open forum, and you express how your opinions and how you feel about the product. I'm not the market even for this piece at that price point. I'm just saying what I see, 112, 120 episodes, week in and week out of following all these companies. What I see, the trends and everything is everybody moving away, and PCS, who doesn't have the history of these other companies, just jumping right in. So if they want to take the risk, sure. I'm just expressing how I feel about it. That's all. No animosity towards the company or whatnot. Here's another pre-order. There's PCS we're beating to death tonight. This is Ash.
Mm-hmm.
This is a preview of the quarter scale Ash from the Army of Darkness.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen this movie before, but the little ashes on the base, they remind me of Angel from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Well, this is pretty much, and it's interesting because I'm wondering if if we're going to start to see more of a trend. But this, so similar to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, how it's kind of pulled straight from the poster. This is pulled straight from the poster as well.
Perfect. I'm looking forward to seeing what it looks like. Let's see.
Looking at this piece, just right offhand, real quick, not to beat a dead horse here, but I think PCS has a really big problem with metal.
Yeah, that chainsaw
That
blade
fork does not look like a fork, and that chainsaw blade don't look like any chainsaws I own, and I own a few.
I don't know why they
guys. You PCS, you need to work on your metallurgy. You need to work on making metal look like metal. It's not working for me. I'm sorry.
John says
the best. Yeah, go ahead, John. Read it.
John says, unlike the Jay's bronze Thor, the Carnage bust looks susceptible to breakage, which is also risky. The thing, John, with the Thor that Jay had put forward, that's full bronze. So that was, to my understanding, what I think that is it's an actual paint application that gives it the look of bronze. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, but
I'm pretty sure you're right.
So, and I almost wanted to say the PCS should have gone that route because just what they were able to execute with the color variation and everything, the way everything lies, make it a little bit more affordable for people. I like the bronze looking version over the regular version personally.
I'm even curious how they'll ship it. I think something like that needs to have like premium packaging. Should be different from the packaging they'll use for the regular version.
That much money, he should bring him himself.
Then I should definitely order one
and sign it.
Yeah, because I'm assuming that would be with just one piece, right?
I don't think so. I think that will raise a lot of issues for them if they do it one piece.
Yeah.
So they have to find a way to like make it so you assemble it as well.
I don't know. That's fine. We can.
There's a lot of
How many
challenges.
Vega? How many pre-orders are we up now to on PCS? Just for, do you have that in front of you?
I have it up. If I want to, Vega should be the one to mention it because this is a hard work that He put
Yeah,
in
Great
his-
work, Vega, though.
If you-
That's great
if
work.
you have it, Vega.
For 24, we were looking at 57 individual edition sizes.
Copy.
And thus far this year, a total of 9 or 8 pre-orders, depending on whether you include, releases, whether you include the Storm. So if you're looking at last
And
year,
these releases go back to which year? Yeah, last year and the year before, or just last year?
It probably, I want to
They're
say,
probably not in order, right?
I want to say mostly just last year, and there were 73 separate edition sizes.
Okay.
And we're at
So-
9 releases this year at most.
So we're only like what, 73 and 50. What'd you say? 7?
Yeah.
12, 9. So we're only 110 in the hole right now. Just keep that in mind, everybody. They're 110 in the hole.
I think the more you say it, the more people just want to move away from it
I
and
don't
just
care
take
what
it
they
out of their
think.
mind.
I'm just telling you, this is just math, man. Math don't lie. 110 statue. I mean, they're not individual statues. These are all the edition sizes together of every statue they've made. So let's get that straight. But even if you took away those edition sizes, we're still talking about like
Right, so cut it in half. Just
50
cut
in
it
the hole. Yeah, you're still talking about 50 or 60 in the hole. So whatever. That's a lot. That's a lot. If that keeps going, when are they ever going to release all these statues? That's just my question. I just want to know, like mathematically, when are the people going to?
I'm hoping it's going to be positive. I'm hoping it's going to be
I
positive.
mean, I understand that this company has a vigorous marketing and like pre-release schedule, and the goal is to just keep churning pre-releases and keep churning marketing and just keep pumping their company. And like they have a lot of people that really like, a lot of the stuff they do. But I just don't know how they're ever going to make all these statues.
I do agree though, because yesterday I was on their site and I always like PCS because they make what I buy. So that's how I value my companies, 1 or 2, right? But I seen some statues that I was thinking was dope. I'm like, oh man, it's gonna come out this date. But I went back to it and the release date is gone. There is no release date.
Of course, because they got the pre-order.
So I would be wary about that though, because I'm all about the date, time, and then I'll give you like 2 or 3 months time frame. Like stuff happens,
Yeah, but
if there's if you delete the release date, to me that's weird.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, too, not to be the devil's advocate, but the problem here as well is when you go on a live interview and a live stream, multiple of them, and you have the majority of the community praising releases. We want more, let's see more. Well, that's what he's giving the community, right?
Yeah.
I don't hear people questioning, and I don't want to beat a dead horse because God, PCS should be paying me to be discussing them this long. What's going on, Mark? Good to see you, brother.
But to actually play devil's advocate, does it in any way make it it doesn't make it better, but does it minimize the spotlight on PCS some to acknowledge that production and shipping issues are much more widespread than just PCS? XM,
it does.
Tweeterhead, like they've definitely had some distinct difficulties. That's it. Now, I acknowledge too
PCS
that
hasn't come forward to say any of that.
Sure, but I also acknowledge that PCS has been blowing away the pre-order numbers of both of them. I mean, obviously, Tweeterhead doesn't put out very much at all, and XM has really taken a step back with these shipment and production issues.
Hey, Brian.
So I acknowledge that PCS has a greater amount of pieces in the queue,
Stanley.
but production, again, just thinking of it as production delays in facilities and factories for whatever reason, and then of course all the shipping stuff going on.
So you're saying like they shouldn't have these many POs out though, since all those things are like issues?
I'm not saying that, though I do believe that. Yeah, I think maybe
he's saying PCS is not the only company that is having similar issues.
Yeah, well, that's fine though, but
getting pieces.
But PCS is the only one that has that many POs out there.
Well, PCS is the one that's releasing constant pre-orders, just like at a crazy rate comparatively to like XM, who XM kind of slowed down and was like, "Wait a minute, we got to work some stuff out." And then they finally brought out their release where they're like, "All right, we got some stuff scheduled to come out now. We figured some stuff out, whatever." but it's like PCS just kind of just keeps chugging along. Like they're just going by their
Like
marketing
nothing's
scheme.
like nothing's
All right,
like
here's what
nothing
we
else
got
is
coming. Here's what
happening.
we got coming. Here's what 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 we got coming. Here's another one. Here's another one. And it's like they don't. It's like okay, but yeah, like let's say everybody in the industry is having an issue getting stuff. There's a shortage in workers, or factories are getting shut down, or whatever. They're all using the same factories. PCS is not at the top of the list of those factories as far as their statues getting made. They're not above Sideshow. They're definitely not going to be above Prime One. They probably are not above XM. I don't know. But let's say they're the fourth on the top four. They're getting their statues made last, and they're just. How long do you want your money tied up? I guess is the question, because some of these statues aren't coming out for 3 or 4 years, unless all of a sudden there's like 3, 4, 5 more factories. I'm just saying math, man. I'm just saying.
I'm just hopeful that that's fine. He's staying quiet. He hasn't mentioned anything to do with shipping issues. XM's come forward to say there's shipping issues. Tweeterheads come out to say there's shipping issues, attached an article. Sideshow seems to be doing fine in that regard. What PCS can now come forward and say, hey, we're experiencing the same thing. They haven't yet. The whole thing here is I'm hopeful that it's going to be like he's in his quiet period now, hasn't really come out, hasn't done any other shows, that it's going to be a turnaround, and it's going to be boom, 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 boom. All these releases are going to come out. Collectors are going to be happy, good QC, and that whole machine, that big machine, wheels start spinning and everything starts winning. Quality production, quality production pieces, pre-orders, and everything. It's a well-oiled machine. That's what I'm looking forward to, but I want to see it.
Vega, like, what do they look like in terms of the current open pre-orders? Like, ignoring the fact that they're opening still, in terms of the current open pre-orders, how they look compared to other companies, like XM, for example.
I mean, even with
fulfilled pre-orders,
even with XM, so even with XM's, and I won't have specific statistics for this, but even with the 2022 backup that XM had going on, I'm pretty sure PCS is still ahead of that
in terms of open pre-orders.
Yeah.
Okay. And
By
looking
ahead,
at, I wish I had exact numbers so that I could look at it, because I want to know what they are looking like compared to other companies in the industry.
What difference
in
does
terms
it make?
of it makes a huge difference.
Or
If it's an industry
are you-
standard, we can't be harping on PCS only. It's an industry-wide issue. We should say the industry has a problem, not PCS has a problem.
Yeah, or they could have the numbers that says that, like, if a company says the section will come out this year, and the PO this year is going to come out this year,
And then a big issue that will also come up is there a bottleneck in their production, right? And also, what are we expecting? Are we expecting them to go to 0 pre-orders? Because a company will always have a backlog. How many pieces in the backlog?
They can have as many pre-orders as they want. That's not the argument here. That's not the discussion point.
Argument, then?
The argument point is, where's the production on the pieces that the collectors are waiting for? It's pre-order after pre-order, but where is the production of the statues that people have pre-ordered? Devastator hold on a second. Devastator is supposed to be here by the end of the year. Why was it not at the con shown? That's a statue that's supposed to be here by the end of the year. Why was it not shown?
In 4 days, I've seen 3 different posts that people posted on PCS group asking for a statue. Why is this not?
Like I said, it's
shit by now.
Into this way too long.
I don't know. Like, I feel like I definitely do feel like if you see this as an issue with PCS, you should see it as an industry-wide problem, because all the companies have serious numbers of like pre-orders, like in backlog, and then they're not out yet. But we don't constantly harp on about it.
Prime 1 released 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 releases. This so far in 2024.
In 2024.
PCS, I'm not counting the Storm because he released 1 and everything was recalled. So 1, 2, 3. 3
statues so far.
3 statues. J&D 4. XM's, and this is all just third. Hold on a second. This is all just third. That's just third scale. So I can go even into more.
In terms of total statues so far released this year, in terms of what I have tracked, which I admit is not a perfect number because I can't track everything, but I have 8 recorded for PCS, 3 recorded for XM, 24 releases for Prime 1, and 27 for Sideshow.
Come on,
within this 6-month period.
People comparing Prime PCS to Prime 1, it's or even XM or even Sideshow. I compared PCS to Sideshow in terms of the what they're trying to bring to the community, price point wise, and what you're getting. But business wise, PCS is nowhere close to any of these companies right now, until they ramp up the production and get the pieces into the collectors' hands. That's my opinion. I don't care what anyone. I care what you think, but you can't. That's how I feel about it, and we don't have to keep beating a dead horse.
I mean, it's not about being a dead horse. Everyone here is saying PCS has a problem. I'm just giving my alternate opinion on it, right? And like I'm saying that I don't think is as much of a problem as we're saying it is. Personally, I don't think it is. Okay. But if it is, it's an industry-wide problem. I don't think it's a unique PCS thing to constantly open pre-orders and have a bunch of statues in backlog. XM has the same issue and actually has people complaining in their comments. We're not shitting on XM constantly.
Yeah, like XM continuously opening pre-orders.
It took them a while. It took a lot of people to like make noise constantly before they decided, okay, guys, we need to answer to you. People have been complaining about like them not receiving pieces for months.
Yeah, that's fine, but the thing here is,
my point is, XM's hand was forced. PCS has not had like discontent in over like releases.
I don't know. I don't. Maybe I'm not comprehending what you're saying. I understand that it could be a wide issue affecting many companies, but you're getting companies adapting to that market. They're not continuously just piling on and piling on.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess to be able to be better equipped to even hold this position I have, I need to. What I'm just talking about is the general feeling and sentiment that I feel from being in the community and seeing releases. I feel like all the companies have a bunch of pre-orders and they're not releasing at a seriously fast pace, except for maybe I'll say Sideshow. But a lot of the pieces that Prime 1 releases are super old too. The ones that are coming out now, they were in production for years.
Prime 1 released
they finally came out.
Prime 1 just released the 1/6 Guts.
Yeah.
7 months ahead of time.
Everyone was very surprised because it's not normal.
Well, they could be surprised, but it was
released
ahead
of. That's what I'm saying. It's not normal for them to do that.
Okay.
If you look at the normal track record, they're usually late. That's what people expect from Prime 1, then for them to be late. Am I crazy in saying that? Is anyone here going to disagree with
third
me?
skill, Michelle Pfeiffer, Catwoman?
Prime 1's been late on almost every piece I've got.
All right, so I'm not crazy when I say that. Why am I being looked at like I'm crazy?
PCF have a large amount of people complaining about them, and that's the only thing I don't know about this PO issue, not getting their pieces in on time.
Right, but there's a different. I'm not disagreeing. I hear what you guys are saying. I'm just saying that there's a difference in regards to meeting the timeline in a certain way. Because Prime 1, a lot of pieces, they come pretty late, but I see them coming. Whereas I'm thinking about it in terms of rate of releases. And I get what Buck's saying. It'd be easier if there was a number here so then we can see what is the ratio of releases to what's been put up for pre-order, right? So then you can see, okay, out of 100, this company has released this many. Out of 200, this company's released this many. So you can actually have a real comparison.
And then from when you've been doing this to some extent, right? And from when did the pieces that are releasing now, we're going and we're saying, Prime 1's releasing stuff. When did those actually go up for pre-order? Are they releasing stuff that came up, went up for pre-order 3 years ago, 2 years ago? Yeah. And we're using that to praise them when the pieces were more than likely delayed, because usually we get when they give us timelines, they give us 1 year, and then if something is coming out now that went up for pre-order 2 years ago, and we're saying good on you, Prime 1. while like we're complaining about PCS not releasing something that was up for
I
like
could give
one
you three.
one
I could
year
give
or
you
one
three
and a half
examples.
year ago.
Three examples of statues that were delivered or that were released on time with with Prime 1 this year. Penguin, Michelle Pfeiffer, Catwoman, and Guts ahead 7 months. That's more than you could say for PCS.
Definitely. I don't have the stats, but like if I say that Prime 1 releases statues late, if is anyone gonna tell me I'm wrong?
I'm sure they released statues late.
That's the expectation because they built up that expectation. They have that reputation. So the ones you gave us examples are anomalies.
Anomaly. Okay. All right. I think we just don't see eye to eye with this, so that's completely fine. We don't have to. It's an open forum. It's we can all have our opinions on this.
Sorry, I want to say one last thing because I started this conversation.
Damn,
I wasn't listen. I have to say this because Buck's not understanding what I was saying. I wasn't saying they're late on releases. I don't know where this got the late on releases. I was saying the ratio of what they have open pre-orders to the amount of releases per year over the last 2 to 3 years is putting them in a bigger and bigger hole in comparison to other companies. Even XM, like their hole is bigger than the other companies' holes that they're behind.
The backlog keeps
my
increasing.
My point is if you have 50 pre-orders a year and you release 7 statues, when are you ever going to? And I know you're going to have a queue, so don't get me wrong. I understand there's going to always be a queue, but their queue is going to grow at a rate where they're going to have hundreds of pre-orders in the next year. Like in another year, if they do the amount of pre-orders by the end of this year that they've done the first part of this year, they're going to have over 100. That's way more than any of these other companies have ever had. According to Vegas stats that I've seen and talked about, that we've talked about even on the after show. So it's like at that point, if you're only releasing, so they release what you say 8, if they release 15 a year or 16, I'll give them 20. I'll give them 20, 25 a year. They'll still never catch up any close to that rate. Meaning at some point in time, my guess, in my opinion, is that they're going to start getting further and further behind on a lot of statues. And to me, that means at some point they will have some discontent. The other things like the quality control and the actual production will then, it'll be like, it'll pile on. Anybody still having quality control issues at that point, plus people that are 3 years late on a statue at that point, I think that just is going to lead to an issue down the road. Right now, it's not an issue. There's nobody really that I know of that's like going crazy on PCS because PCS has a good fandom. People like PCS. I like a lot of the stuff that they come out with. I don't buy a lot of their stuff. I am a little scared of quality issues, honestly, and that's one of the reasons I don't buy it. I feel like maybe their production samples aren't honestly anywhere near as good as what they show.
Queen Studios is in the same boat. Yep.
That's just my impression. That's my impression. It seems like they cheap out at the end. I don't know if they cut corners or they have a not as good factory or they rush the factory, whatever. I don't know. I don't know that process. But those things eventually do pile up in my mind. And I feel like the backlog eventually will pile up if they continue at the rate they're continuing at. I just don't know where that goes. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
That's a great point, man. I think that's
all I'm saying. I just don't know where
it
goes.
It's very reasonable because you're saying like they're not releasing at a fast enough rate to stay at like to keep equilibrium in terms of stay at a certain number for how many remains unreleased per year.
Right.
It's only going to keep growing. And it gets to the point where like it's like when are all these going to come out? Yeah, I hear you. It's there's
like
a
they don't have
trend line.
30. They don't have an average. Like Sideshow might have an average of 30 in the queue any given year of stuff not coming out, but it's coming out within about a year of them saying it's coming out every year.
Yeah,
and with them, it's like your queue's getting bigger and bigger every year. That's the worry. So I just would like to. It'd be nice if we kind of knew.
Yeah,
they have to. Somebody internally, you would think would have to have talked about this at some point because they have excitement in the community. They're getting a lot of pre-orders, and that's great. But you have to deliver on those eventually too at some kind of rate that people, because you don't want people to just cancel in large numbers because what are you just going to say? Oh, it's non-refundable. It's on you if we're 4 years late.
You know what I want to do? Like because this conversation comes up often, I actually want to take the time to let's peer review what Vega has done. Like in more or less, I'm gonna go over like his data, and I'm going to see if I can collect data as well, and have like at least like another source to like back it up and like go over what he's done, and we can be and because I feel like when these conversations come up, I'm probably the one who's most skeptical, and it's that I haven't even reviewed it to the extent that will be necessary for me to be absolutely confident what I'm saying. So I need to actually take the time to go and do that properly. So I'll do that sometime this week, and hopefully I can come back next week with more concrete information to see whether I'm actually wrong in my conclusions, or if there's some merit to what I'm saying.
Cool. Sounds
You
good.
find it amazing though that people still are placing these POs, right? I mean, if he's putting them out there, they're still being placed.
Yeah.
People are still. I mean, at some point you would think that would be disrupted because the trust would just die off, and no one would take them serious anymore for not getting the pieces. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how late they are coming in, or I mean, I think everyone needs more numbers with all the companies to be definitive on how bad they actually are compared to everybody else. But you would think it's
Well,
something.
if there's not some correction or change or whatever, or speed up of production, I don't think this issue shows up for a couple of years. Like in 2 years, this issue seems like it would be much more noticeable, I guess, by the community.
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. It takes time.
They're ramping up so fast. They're in that pace where they're just going and going and going, and sometimes you don't catch the issues with that till later, a year or two later. So
Kisa says, "What is this? The try not to smile panel? Sheesh, bring out the dad joke. This isn't the Kumbaya Club, Kisa. There's a time to laugh. There's a time for serious conversation, and it's always welcomed here. And that's what this is. We're having a passionate conversation. That's what it's about. We're not gonna all hold hands and sing Kumbaya, like a lot of people do. It's just a hard hitting topic, and there's people that take value in listening to these conversations. So if you don't, you don't. But if you do, I appreciate you sticking in and listening to it. At the end of the day, when all the cards lie on the table, it's not to have any company fail. The goal is to have companies succeed. Nobody benefits when companies fail, especially when there's collectors NRDs and invested emotion and attachment to pre-orders. So the whole goal is to have every company succeed. And that's why you got a panel of 10 people. Some want to discuss it, some don't. But the ideas that get put forward, hey, this is free information for these companies. If I was a company owner, a statue company owner, I would watch, or I would have a team watching every YouTube show that goes on, not just this one, to get the feedback, because I might be on one, Buck will be on another, Vision's on all of them, so you always hear. I'm only kidding, Vision. That was a dad joke. Didn't work.
No one laughed.
Right, all these different opinions, all these different.
Fuck, man.
All these different contributions. Listen, some are good. They're not always going to be good. Sometimes they're going to be bad. Take it with a grain of salt. But it's free advice from people.
My question is: so are you guys all PO guys? I mean, you guys got different IPs. You like whatever, right? Don't you guys get burnt out with all the stuff that's being offered? I mean, the PCS every week's coming out. I'm the guy who looks through this stuff. I'm like, okay, another one. Yeah, okay, whatever. And it's a constant stream. With Prime 1, they have the show, and you kind of expecting what's coming. But with PCS, it's constantly to the point where I'm like, you know what? I completely ignore them. I mean, do you guys get burnt out or what? Do you?
I don't know. It's with them, with the company specifically. I don't like any. I don't really like their products. I actually think they're bad, but so I don't really pay attention to them.
Which company are you referring to?
PCS, right?
We got a new spot opening up next week. Nah.
But like, I don't know. Even in January Prime 1, I try not to collect because I'm.
Well, I'll tell you, Phoenix. When I was in
our last 30 minutes of discussion right out the window.
no, John. Don't worry.
I was really upset with Prime 1 for a long time. I had PO'd some statues with them, one behind me and a couple other ones. And I was at the time in the chats in different groups that I was trying to bring up a point that, Prime 1's literally a year behind in 3 pieces I'm waiting to get. And they're pumping out all these statues that they announced after they announced the ones I've been waiting for, and they're coming in earlier, and it was all over the place. And I was trying to make a point that, there's no way that they're overwhelmed and they're not in control of when these are coming out. And then for a while they were pushing back release dates, and then they quit even saying when they were going to be released. They missed the release date, and you couldn't get anything. And I remember at some point in time, like a lot of people just saying, well, that's just how it is. You got to be patient. I mean, these things take time, and they're all hand painted. All the stuff that maybe is true, but I remember there was such a mixed reaction to the fact that you're POing these pieces, and they're missing their deadlines, or missing when they're going to be released, and everyone's accepting it. And at the same time, they're announcing pieces after these were announced, and these people are getting them still not on time, but getting them before these pieces. It's almost like there was just disruption in how their organization was, which I've mentioned a little bit with PCS. I think there's some kind of internal problem. And Prime One, I think, has gotten better. I don't think they're as bad. But for a while, man, they were doing the same thing. A couple of years ago, they were just pumping out statues, and you'd never see them coming in. And I think a lot of it was people talking about it. People canceling POs, because you were hearing a lot about that too. I tried to cancel my Calm Bust because I wasn't hearing anything coming in, but I was going to lose the NRD. I could have fought them on it, but I'm glad I kept it now, because I may not be able to get it another way. But just a frustrating issue. And to me, it almost feels like PCS is at the point where I was more involved with talking about this a couple of years ago with Prime One.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on this before we move on from any other panel members?
No thought.
I'm not.
But go
Go
ahead.
ahead,
Buck.
Vega.
I was just going to say, Buck does bring up an interesting point about also tracking what's been fulfilled and what hasn't. So I've already started a new table and trying to see if I can do that as well.
You were going to say, Buck?
I was just gonna say, it seems almost like unnecessary, but I think PCS. One thing that I think is a very valid complaint, like at least from my perspective, is that they charge a lot for their statues, and the quality is inconsistent, and across the line, there's some pieces that are quite good. I think those are fewer and far between. There's other pieces that, for the price point, I'm expecting Prime One quality, because you're charging me a Prime One price, and I'm not. That's not what I'm seeing delivered to collectors. So I think for the price you're charging, they really need to up the quality of the pieces. And that's not to say all of them are like that, but I think most of them are like that. And I think they need to step things up in that regard. That would be my criticism for PCS. That's one thing I see as a big issue for them.
Okay. Anyone else? All right, let's get XM. No news, but they are strong supporters of the club, so keep on watching the club, and we'll get that XM Hulkbuster one day, right, Vision?
I don't know if the quality's there. No, yeah, for sure. One day.
All right, Prime One. Let's jump into just blow through this. Good conversation. Look, that's one thing I'll never shy away from, is us diving deep into opinions and a respectful conversation. So, if it takes up the show and we get delayed to next week, so be it. But this is the kind of stuff I enjoy doing, is healthy banter about stuff that's going on in the community. I feel like we don't get this enough, so I appreciate you guys talking about it. Kane from John Wick went up.
Sir.
949, baby. Quarter scale.
Mm.
A lot of people excited about these two.
Yes,
Kane
sir.
and John Wick went up. So I know here's a bonus version. 949. Blitzway team up. Blitzway and Prime 1. We know that they've been really doing a great job. Ice, you're excited for this pair?
Oh man, you already know it, man. I got them in the cart right now. I was trying to see if they was gonna get them at Sideshow. Oh no, I'm just trying to get the best price, man, on these statues. So I didn't do it just yet, man, because see, I don't like to wait, man. If I gotta pay more for shipping to get my statues, I would rather do that. Like when I get stuff from Prime One directly, I don't pay for the economy shipping. I pay for the standard shipping. I know it seems stupid because it's a lot more money, but that's how I get down. So I'm thinking, man, I might try to get them from Sideshow if the price is reasonable. I just hate paying that extra money from Prime One to get them shipped here. So I don't know, man. I'm trying to wait, but I got them both in the cart right now.
The Sideshow, if you get a Prime One piece from Sideshow, because I've always wondered this, and Prime One's also shipping them out. Do you normally get them about the same time as if you were to order them directly from Prime One, or is there a delay?
Man, that's tough to tell sometimes. You would seem it would seem like you would get it quicker from directly from the company,
right?
Than from a third party company. But sometimes with Sideshow it's weird, man, because I order a lot of Iron Studio statues, and I used to get them on Sideshow, but I get them now from Iron Studios directly. But I had a couple statues that was released on Sideshow before Iron Studios got theirs in. So it was a little weird to see that, but that was like just maybe one or two statues that I seen that with. So I'm not really sure if it happens with Prime One or not.
I guess I should be more specific. If you order economy from Prime One, is that going to be slower than if you just ordered it directly from Sideshow, the same piece? Because standard shipping is come faster,
So standard shipping Prime One, it's like maybe like I think I got my stuff in like a week.
Yeah. It's going to pay a
so
lot more.
Yeah. I think it was probably like $200 more. So I know I got, I got these two, and then I also have Batman, Flashpoint Batman, and Psycho Pirate. So if I do that for all of those, then you know what I'm saying, that's like an extra almost $600 I'm gonna be paying.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to figure it out, man. The best thing to do for shipping, man. Because the shipping is where that extra money just eating me up right now.
If you have a channel or you want to be the first person to post, then I would say go directly to Prime One and pay the extra money. But
so I don't care about post. I just want to get it. I just want to get it in.
Yeah, anticipation.
You'll get away faster with Prime One because it's closer. Iron Studios, they're based way they're Brazil? No, Colombia, Cuba, or is it Colombia?
It's Brazil. Iron Studios is Brazil.
Yeah, Brazil. Okay. So they're different places. So it's like you might get it faster there, slower there. But me personally, there's times that I've seen statues that I actually PO'd and pay shipping, which I don't like, But if I went through Sideshow, it'll cost me the exact same price, or maybe like $100 more through Sideshow. So I'd rather go just through
more to get it from Sideshow.
Yeah, it costs a lot more to get it from Sideshow and stuff like that from Prime One, because Sideshow pricing, like Batman Technical Throne, was like $400 more than even with their Prime One imaginary pricing for shipping. So I always more, like $200-300 more. But I would rather Prime One. Not sure if I'm paying that much money anyway.
Bonus extra.
You got to think about the fact that some states they charge tax on it too. So wash, right? I mean, you buy in the states, Sideshow the states
tax. Definitely get taxed. It's higher.
Yeah. With no tax in Prime One, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So no tax. So I agree. Like you said, that even with certain companies, not the one I could pull up to, but there's other ones that they won't charge everybody else tax, but they'll charge California tax. And then I can understand the shipping because they're not in California, so I understand that. But there is one company that they are based in California. They still would charge me, I think like $340 shipping for like the Queen Studios Hogbuster, or $440. But again, though, they're so close. Like I can drive there like 40 minutes maybe or less and get it. So
anyone else on the panel interested? Jerry? No, you were mentioning in the John Wick, I think, right? Future's the boy.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I definitely want John Wick. I don't know if I want both.
Kane. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
gotta think about
$100
that.
difference. $100 difference with Kane between the regular and the bonus. Bonus, you get some swap out pieces here, which is
what is that, like a cell
left
phone?
hand.
What
It's a
is that?
motion. It's a motion sensor.
Okay, motion. Okay.
Yeah,
and you get
what was that?
the left hand.
The casino scene.
Yeah, it beeps when people pass it or something like that.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you get that nice base too, that lit base here. So that looks good. The Kane looks the backdrop, yeah.
This dude is so good at playing blind people.
So, quick question. So, with the regular, I haven't. My bad. I was going to say I haven't looked at the regular edition. So it doesn't have the backdrop with it.
Correct.
No.
Okay. Cool.
It has the illuminated base of one pair of sunglasses and two swappable weapon parts. That's it.
Okay.
This is what you
It would have been nice if they would have done with this one what they've done with a few others, and if you get both, you save $100.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I was wondering if they was gonna do that, and they
Yeah,
did.
I know somebody said that on the group or something, but
And with John Wick, you only get the I guess the nunchucks and then the base. I guess the back.
Yeah,
John Wick is $50 more for the DX bonus, and you get the bonus.
Yeah, he has a better bonus with the nunchucks.
The nunchucks,
yeah.
Something that I mentioned earlier today on Steve's show is that they look younger than they do when they were in the movie. Like they have their faces are like barely wrinkled.
No wrinkles, yeah.
Like they look much younger than what they did in the movie, especially Donnie Yen.
So I gotta go and watch 4, bro. I'm playing. So he doesn't look like this in 4.
It looks younger. Like it's like they removed a bunch of the wrinkles on his face. It's not present in the sculpt. Is what I'm saying. Like
I see where it seemed like they have a couple on his forehead, but they just not real pronounced.
That's more like from frowning, but like even like crow's feet around his eyes. A lot of like folds.
The eyes are doing it for me. You don't see that.
Yeah.
You will pass on this book if you was a collector and like this line.
There's something about it that looks very Hot Toyish to me.
What? Oh, okay.
Like no, that's not Hot Toys is great. That's not the problem.
It's the hair. It's the hair.
It's not even the hair. It's the bodies look. I don't know. I don't know how to put it into words. It's not speaking to me. I like their other pieces better.
Is it because of the mixed media suit? Like if it was,
I guess that's it. It's because I'm not so much sold on it. I thought J&D would do a better job, but I actually
that's what it is. Just say the truth. It's not J&D, Buck.
No. I think they did a better job than J&D. I thought J&D would do a better job, but they did a better job, and I still don't like either. Normally, I really like the suits on the J&D statues. The one they did for the Christian Bale, like Batman, like just as Bruce Wayne, freaking perfect. But like this, I'm not feeling it. There's something off. It feels like toy clothes, like doll clothes.
Got you. Me, I'm a sculpted person, but I mean, I gotta get these, man. I mean, I've been waiting on this for a long time. I would have preferred sculpted, but I think it's gonna turn out good, man. I think Prime One is gonna do a great job with this. So,
would you prefer 1/3 or
yeah, I was about to ask because they mentioned that
they're
gonna go 1/3.
Yeah,
I would say yes. I wouldn't have a place to put them, but I got plenty of room for my 1/4, so that's why it's a perfect fit.
And also, I don't know if they said that they were going to make Kane in 1/3.
No, I think it's just
it's just
John.
It's just Wick.
Just John.
I would think they'll make Kane. That'd be done more than maybe not. But I think Kane makes it way better.
So are they doing in
Yeah,
1/3? Are they doing John Wick from the 4th movie, or are they doing just John Wick? Did they specify?
They didn't. Not to my knowledge, nothing was
I would think they're
specified.
doing the same thing like they
I
did
think
with
it's
the
to compete.
Batman.
No, I think it's I think it's to compete with J&D's third.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think this is so much
this
better
is
than
awesome,
J&D
man. This is
personally.
awesome.
Yeah.
They should do Kane, but like a limited release of it. Because if I buy John Wick, I'm buying Kane. Like I want to visualize both of them.
I want a Kane in bronze.
15K.
Too soon.
You 14.
Yeah, huge congrats. I think these are nice. John Wick's $9.99 plus shipping for the DX bonus, and $8.99 for the regular. I
It'll be
mentioned
like 15.
I always mention Momentic. He has it up for the DLX bonus, $12.50 USD shipped. Everything in for the John Wick.
Okay.
Yeah. The good thing about this, that's tax. That's everything.
That's tax everything in right to your door.
Man.
For the bonus.
What's the difference in shipping from him compared to Prime 1? Is it like a month or two
No,
afterwards?
well, I only ordered one. I can reach out to him and find out, but I ordered I only ordered one thing so far from him, which was the LBS Hulk.
Okay.
And I think we were for
Gotcha.
premium, we were like one of the fastest to get it. But that was with that was with LBS, so I don't know what the time frame would be with
But he do give you an option though. You can do air if you want. You just got to pay more.
You got to pay more.
Okay, say it one
If you
more
go
time.
direct
You
from
what?
Prime, Vision was saying air, you can have the option to pay
Okay,
to get air,
yeah.
but you're going to pay a lot more.
Yeah, more.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's definitely worth to reach out to see. I don't know how fast it would be.
Gotcha.
Personally.
Okay.
Okay,
Nice,
so
nice.
Mitchell says, John, they're making the 1/3 because some want the scale with their 1/3 Neo. Okay, makes sense. Because they did Neo as well.
Neo was fully scoped, huh? Was Neo fully scoped?
I can't remember. We can double check.
I
This
can't
is the
remember
link.
either.
That's the link to Momentic if anyone's interested in checking it out. The Neo. Let me see. Damn, Neo's not even coming out. Did they put it
I don't
up for
think it's
pre-order
gone up for
already?
pre-order
It
yet.
hasn't gone up yet, right? Okay.
Got you. Okay.
Coming soon. Let me see. Here it is. Neo 3rd scale. The jacket looks to be. Am I showing the screen? It looks to be
Yeah, it's on the
mixed
screen.
media.
It looks media. Yeah.
It looks mixed media.
Yeah. Okay.
Boom.
Yeah, I was
Awesome.
curious,
So that
so I just checked, and I was quoted $98 for economy shipping from Prime 1 for that. For the John Wick.
Okay.
So
That's not
even
bad.
$98. That's not bad.
Probably won't have a big box.
Can that
Yeah,
amount
it's,
change at all when it comes to shipping, or are you locked in if you pay?
Nah, it'll probably go up.
No,
Yeah,
you're not
probably.
locked in. It'll change.
But even if it goes double, it's still cheap. It's still cheaper.
Still pretty
though.
fairly
Cool.
in comparison. Yeah, in comparison for sure.
For a sideshow,
Yeah.
you paying a lot more.
For standard shipping, I'm being quoted $264.
I knew it. I knew it was gonna be almost triple, man. Shoot.
Yeah.
I think that was it for Prime 1, but Buck, we were going to discuss a little bit of this. Some disappointing news.
You could pull up the Snape, maybe.
Oh, you want to pull that up? Okay, I pulled this. up
Yeah, I can show this too. So there's like this guy on Instagram. He pointed out that he's a big like 1/6 collector, and he was pointing out that blah blah blah. Shumi Arts. They ran away with people's money. Like they've ghosted people, and these guys, they're the ones who were working with Prime 1 to make the Snape. And what is it? So like they even had a project, so it was like a cyberpunk figure that's being moved over to JND to make the 6 scale for that. I saw a live stream. I think the guy deleted it. The guy that says "Less JN dies," he has a YouTube channel, but he live streams in Korean. So
Mhm.
he did a video. I think it was deleted. And basically, you can also see the guy responding to someone saying they ran away with millions of dollars of collectors' money. They haven't fulfilled anything. The person was asking him about the Prime One project, the Snape, and what's going to happen with that. And this guy says, I think their dealings with Prime One were limited to prototypes only, but that's not the case. These were supposed to be the production was supposed to be done by the Shumi team. I think it was meant to be overseen. That's the idea behind this Platinum Master Line product line. So yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. I'm not sure what's gonna happen, but this might get canceled, or they might have to rethink how they do production. If But for now, like I want to say, to some extent, it's speculation in terms of what's going to happen with this product, but they haven't been responding to customers, and they've also removed the ability to comment on like the first 9 posts on their Instagram, which is where people normally go to comment. If you go to their page, you can't comment on the post they have on the first 9 posts. If you go to a later post, you'll be able to comment, but they turned off comments on the first few. So like if you were trying to say, "Hey guys, where's my shit?" and on in a public manner, you won't be able to do that. And that's Shumi Arts specifically. So
Not a good.
Not a
people
good
are
sign so
worried,
far. This is already
and they can't get
waitlisted.
in contact with them.
150 is the edition size, so I hope Prime One takes some sort of action if there's any truth to this, that this is the action's taken and nipped in the bud, because this was a lot of people were excited for this line, right? It was that whole from artist's hand to collector's hand. It was I personally felt it was a market to compete a little bit with J&D, kind of going that higher end, sculpted hair, rooted hair, the whole 9 yards. That was the whole experience.
Heck, it wasn't that Megan the same thing?
Megan, yep, that was shown.
Oh no, not the queen of the showcase.
Yeah. Sorry, Vega.
Oh no.
You just save Vegas some money.
Yeah.
Yay me.
But yeah, they haven't been responding to people, and that guy said millions of dollars. That's insane. The company's based in South Korea. I don't know what's gonna happen. Normally they do figures, and yeah.
We'll see. We'll keep you guys posted, but yeah, definitely not the news that you want to hear. Would you say it would be recommended to reach out to Prime One if you pre-order this, just to see if there's any?
If you pre-order this, maybe, but I would say give it a bit more time, see how the situation develops first, and yeah, because I don't want to cause any unnecessary panic, but like just letting you guys know that especially because I went specifically to their page, and I couldn't, like I said, they had removed the ability to comment on their photos, and you could only see positive comments, and they're like, on a company that's this big, you could only see like 3 positive comments on each post, and like I'm just like, that's super sketchy. So I stopped short of actually trying to reach out to them myself and asking what's going on. So that's the only thing I didn't do. But if you are planning on getting this, it might deter you. But it's already waitlisted.
Maybe hold off if.
Mitchell says they've got his money. Scary.
Mitchell pre-order this?
It seems like it. Unless he collects figures, yeah, he would have. It seems like he got the Snape.
Yeah, I would ask. It doesn't hurt to. It doesn't hurt to follow up. Like if you put an NRD, yeah, but this is precisely why I try to stay away from paying everything up front on a piece.
Maybe Prime One will go to J&D to complete production, like the Cyberpunk is being completed by J&D.
let's keep on jamming. We are. Oh, he's speaking. No, I'm speaking in general. Okay. Cypher says that's James Park, the owner of J&D, that did the live stream in Korean.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's gone though. I can't find it anymore. I remember when he went live. I saw it, but I didn't watch it live.
That's okay, random. Check out the replay, brother. Let me share this. Well, that's the whole point. Is to Mitchell's point. You never know what companies are going through, and every company's susceptible to it. You can just keep your eyes open and see what's going on, and collect responsibly. Keep your money in your bank account. If you're gonna pre-order a piece, put your NRD down, and do your payment plans in your bank account. That's what I say, just to be safe. Legendary Beast Studio. Just a quick mention, that full bronze Thor piece that they gave away during their live. Yeah, that there was an issue with the person who won it, so you can remember we were talking. Yeah, remember we mentioned.
I knew it.
You looked at their profile and it was all giveaways,
Yeah.
so it looked like some sort of bot or something. So they're redoing it. Go over to follow these steps, right? Go over to their Facebook page, become a Facebook member, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and comment #BeLegendary on the post included, and on their Facebook page, and you'll get all signed up for that. They'll declare the winner. I'm going to put that right now in the chat if you guys want to do that. Beautiful. Community photos I have, but I will push till Chatter That Matters on Monday. Our Facebook community photos, just because we were having such a passionate conversation. We were running crazy late tonight.
And the winner will be the one to cover the shipping cost.
Yes, correct. Thank you, Buck. Shipping cost is going to be shouldered by the winner.
Yeah, I saw that.
So some great pieces. I know Vegas shared his Spider-Man and some others, so we will definitely share those Monday. Let me just get over to the end. I even had I did a round of trivia, but yeah, we'll hold off on it this week. I'll keep it for next week. And there were a few other things. We did Okay, perfect. Any Aiden saying he loves that Thor. Heck yeah. I wanted to say a big shout out to, before we go to our channel members, thanks for supporting the channel as always. Paul, Brian, as well as of course Ken, and our newest member, Bats in the Belfry. Appreciate you supporting the channel, man. All that goes to help with the streams, and I plan to do some giveaways and kind of give back. So appreciate you guys doing that. Anyone have any final thoughts before we go? D-Rock, good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping by. Another good Friday. Ice, anything coming up on the channel?
Yeah, man, we're gonna do the room tour at the end of the month.
Okay.
So stay tuned for that.
Awesome. I appreciate you streaming on your channel as well. What's the channel? If you want to plug the channel so that everybody can head over there and subscribe.
Yes, sir. Black Ice Collectibles.
Beautiful. Appreciate you being here. Ken, always great to see you, man. Glad you can stop by this week.
Thanks, Sean.
As well as Vega. Thank you, man, for hopping on and doing that Excel sheet and sharing it.
No problem. Appreciate it.
Phoenix, always good to see you. And Jerry and Buck, you guys rock. Thanks for hanging out for another week. Vision stepped away. But everyone in the chat who stopped by and who hung out with us for 3 hours, appreciate the patience. Hope you enjoy the conversations.
Oh,
and
I remembered, and I remember something. Everyone, and don't forget to collect responsibly.
Yeah.
I'm
think
sorry,
that comes
Jeff.
at the end.
Whoops.
I want to continue. I almost want to say, whoever wants to go to bed can go, but I want to continue this stream because I have so much to say to Buck that no, I'm kidding. where was I? Everyone in the chat, everyone who watches the replay, appreciate you guys. And yeah, we usually get like almost 1,000 viewers, 8 to 7. Drop a comment in the YouTube comment section. Say hi, say whatever. Just drop a comment. Show some love. Share your opinions. Where do you think our topic was 2024? We're in the mid-year right now. What do you think about these companies? What pieces excite you? And yeah, talk about PCS. We spent almost an hour talking about PCS. What are your thoughts about it? No need to be afraid. We're all friends here, and it's okay to share opinions. Don't get into this kumbaya crap that this YouTube community is starting to put together. It's not about that. It's about good conversations, good, respectful conversations. But we'll put a pin in it here. You guys stay safe. All the best. And Buck, tell them.
Don't forget to collect responsibly.
Thank you, Buck. I'm gonna pre-record it. I'm not even gonna say it anymore. You're gonna be my spokesperson. You're gonna be my spokesperson.
That's scary.
Take it easy, guys.
Raindrops keep falling on my head.
But that doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning red.
La 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 la.
Because I'm free, nothing's worth